About damn time.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Rime of the Frostmaiden. Last time we were here on Wednesdays, which that's when you can watch it on Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys defeated Zardarok Sunblight. Yeah, Zardarok is defeated.
Defeated with repercussions.
With repercussions, because I forgot that hammerers were supposed to join the battle, so they are.
You didn't
Anyway,
have to.
They're ready to hammer.
I didn't have to, but I did anyway.
But you did anyway.
I did anyway. So, this stream is on Wednesdays. You can watch our sister stream, the Dork Vision stream, on Sundays from 9 p.m. to midnight. Books on DriveThruRPG and the DMs Guild, and you can support me on Patreon/NobleCrumpet. That out of the way, we get right back to the combat. Get in and attack. There we go. Alright, so, Ilma just taken their turn. So it is now Suvi's turn.
Oh, we got hammers. Oh no.
Hammerers! The robotic monstrosities clank out from a back room past the giant pyramidal furnace that is still creating this heaving, thrumming noise, almost like a heartbeat. The hammerers clash their metal thingies together as they jankily approach while wincing at the pain caused by their devices. And you've lost
Chrome is
vision.
playing nice. I have no vision anymore.
But now.
Starting off strong.
Now I have dark vision. Gotta move over here and shoot the closest one.
Alright. You're climbing up the platform, right?
Yeah, there's a staircase right here.
Yep, there's also a crawl space underneath. I just wanted to clarify.
High ground.
Alright, you get the high ground and fire at the nearest hammerer. With that, I'm just gonna take a look at their stat proofs. Nope, that is not a hit.
Definitely more than 12.
Yeah, they also
Alright,
seem to be
try
wearing
again.
some kind of plate armor. So the first one goes and skids off. The second one does hit, though. Roll for that sweet, hot, sexy juice damage.
Oh.
Rolling for juice.
Don't call it that.
Rolling
Oh,
shit
yeah.
for juice. 10.
Nephros is no longer hidden.
10 damage as as Subi fires at the hammer. It pierces through their plated metal armor. Anything else? Suvi, you do have your bestial spirit.
It's true, it's over by me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him over to go harass the other guys.
Other guy.
Friendly Duragar combat.
Ah, okay.
Jump this guy. How fast
Oh.
is it?
Let me see.
60?
It's the flying spirit, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It has 60-foot movement. So yeah,
That's
go
12
pretty far.
squares, huh? Guess it could go over there, yeah.
Yeah, it
Or
can
could
go
help me.
right
Yeah, I
up to
guess
here
too
in
far.
one
I'm just
move.
gonna go harass that one then.
Up there? Okay.
Use that flyby
soars.
attack.
It soars over the furnace.
Red!
How much flyby can it get? Okay, so it has like 20 feet of movement after that.
Oh, straight back up, probably.
Right, it goes in. Let's
Gross.
see. It's just a maul attack. So this
It only
is
gets one.
plus your spell attack bonus to hit, and that will hit. So that's going to do 11 piercing damage.
Nice.
Alright, where's it moving?
Circle it back around that way.
Alright, it
6.
flies away, unable to get attacked of opportunity due to its flyby feature. The Durgar hammer is screeching in pain, and it's like its nuts and bolts are starting to fall out onto the floor. Anything else, Subi? Well, I guess that's the bestial spirit's turn.
Tell
Yeah,
it to keep its
me.
nuts and bolts in its pants.
It's Banjo Tooie, nuts and bolts.
It's Banjo also. E.
Hammer time.
Alright, the hammerer. It starts moving. And there's like 3 directions it can go. It's probably not going to go after the flyer, but it might go after Suvi. Let's see. What's its movement speed? 20 feet. I don't think it can get to Suvi, so it's going to go towards the nearest enemy.
Wow, 20 feet? Jeez, I thought they were faster than that.
Well, it gets to
Triple
Vilma,
dwarf.
and goes in with its claw,
Pinch, pinch.
and it misses.
Hey.
Vilma ducks underneath it, and it tries to slam down with its hammer.
Yeah, Definitely. Ouch.
Well, that looks like a hit.
That feels like you hit.
That's 11 damage.
Oof.
Oof!
Alright, ow.
Alright,
Bonk on the head.
also, keep in mind that you can attack the Durgar trapped inside, but it will grant it an opportunity attack.
Yeah, no, I really
I'm
want
sure it's
that
so
to
worth
happen.
it.
Anyway, Nephros, it's your turn. The hammerer is banging Vilma.
Boy, howdy, and how.
You keep saying
Oh,
the wrong
d-
things,
Don't
Chris.
interrupt it. Just let it happen.
It is hitting Vilma. It's hitting on. It's banging on.
Banging Vilma.
It's attacking Vilma.
I would like to interrupt it.
You go around the back
Oh,
to flank it from behind, and that's gonna hit sneakily, of course, for 24 damage. That does the Durgar
Oh,
in,
the sneaker.
and it falls down and collapses. Its arms have
Explosion
fallen
deals
off.
damage.
It explodes and deals damage to everyone.
No!
What a great idea, Vilma! Okay, no, it doesn't do that. It falls apart. Nephros, you found a weak point in its back.
Stab it through a joint. Alright,
Thumbs up.
Yep, we exchange a sincere thumbs up. Both of us broken and bloodied.
Ow.
Hey, kill steal.
A discerning nod between each other. Anything else, Nephros?
I am looking around, seeing that there's another one raring to go, and I am...
Gonna hurl the knife?
Running.
You know what? Maybe. Hold on, how many knives do I have in my inventory? I know I bought extras.
Oh,
I have 3 daggers. Okay, yeah, you know what? Screw it. We'll throw a dagger at this guy.
Alright.
Yeet.
It clatters to the ground, skirting off its plate armor.
Ting, ting.
Now you've aggroed it.
Oh no.
Don't worry, Nephros. I have 16 more daggers in my back pocket.
Oh good, I got 2. Maybe we can fashion some sort of crude shield between us.
Yeah, hold up enough daggers, it'll block the attack.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I will back around the body to stand next to Vilma, and that's all I got.
Alright. It's hammer time.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you, Nephros.
It's scale now, but it's all daggers.
It
Oh, how'd
stomps
you
its
find
way
me?
over. I was hiding!
No, we were shuffling around each other, and I push you back in front of me.
Yeah, there we go.
You keep switching back and forth. It moves its arm to attack. It's going to do a claw at Nephros and a hammer at Vilma.
Easy double kill. Oh boy.
13, I don't think will hit you.
Do not.
Alright, it goes for Vilma.
It do not be
Like
hit,
this one.
but it will hit Vilma though.
Okay, there it is.
I mean, it has to.
Hey.
It doesn't.
Oh.
You guys are able to distract it enough. Its attacks can't, like, concentrate on one thing, and it does not find purchase on either. Grundle! Your friends are still under attack by mechanical monstrosities! You're also surrounded by ghostly spirits.
With 1 HP.
Which, by the
Oh,
way, we
no.
need a con save for that. I forgot about that, Vilma.
Oh, I get bonked. I will hit
Is it-
Constitution saving throw.
Is it doing something right now?
Not really.
The ghosts are still just saying swear words in Dwarvish.
That's true.
As
Oh,
far as
okay,
I
good.
know.
Good. So Zardarok is dead, right?
He's been reduced to 0 hit points.
It doesn't look like he's still alive.
There are many ways to make sure someone's dead.
Is
Double
the
tap.
big hole in the head? I think that's. I think that's what I know.
Double tap.
Did his? He has his glove on, right?
Yes, his big Chartling gauntlet and his big Chartling crown. Next to the big non-Chartling hole in his head.
And as we know, Charlin doesn't do anything bad when you touch it. Or stand near it.
Absolutely
about it.
Especially if you lick it.
Or wear it on your
Right.
body and sit on a throne of it for extended
That's right.
periods of time.
Like 3 things I could do right now.
There's the crown, there's the gauntlet. Head in my arm.
Could run over there and jump up and tackle this guy.
Yeah. I think.
Kill Vedrick.
Huh?
He's right there. He's very low.
He's right
I
there.
think you can do it.
Alright.
He's so easy.
Ooh.
15, 20,
I had the high ground. I could have made that joke.
40.
Does Vendrick ever truly have the high ground?
He was on top of a giant.
He was probably
Oh.
level with.
Let us use my dash. 5, 10, 15. And I'm gonna, like, go over next to Rex and make sure he's okay.
Okay. I mean, you can do a medicine check.
Okay, cool. Where is
Brundle. Oh, he did.
You walk past the hammer pummeling your friends and check on Rex. The lizard seems unconscious. It's still breathing, but it's been battered a bit.
Okay. I'll just protect it from the hammer.
Right. Benric, it is your turn.
Yep.
Followed by Jeeves.
How fast can I move? 45 with the increment increase, but I don't think that's enough to get me there. Oh. Oh, it is. Okay.
You can go straight under the platform. Apparently, there's a Thundercroft.
Yep.
Well, then let's get next to Nephros over here.
Alright.
Let's bonk.
You dip, duck, dive, and dodge towards the hammer, and you natural 20, as we say in the business, for 15 damage.
Go for the kneecaps.
Second attack.
I kept bonking.
Alright, second attack is not so fortunate. Well, then again, you are flanking. It is bludgeoning versus plate, but that's still not enough. Its AC is pretty high.
Well,
Alright.
I mean, I'm going to bonus action just move my wisps over to where I am.
Sure. I think they move like 20 feet or so.
I think you're right. I think they can move 20 feet. I can use a spell and launch them. So that's fine. I'll leave them there like that.
Alright. The lights begin to dance their way. Actually, no, you can move it up to 60 feet. I just checked. So you can move them pretty dang far. Alright. While you're moving lights, it is Jeeves' turn. I'm gonna make sure the thing's dead! Right, Suvi? That's what we do?
Don't touch the crown. Cursed.
Alright. Jeeves keeps up his witch bolt. He's gonna attack.
Unlimited power.
Does that hit an unconscious Zardarok?
Sort of limited power.
Weirdly not. It's just dancing
No, if
along
it's
his
already
armor.
attached, you don't need to attack. It just does damage in action.
I think it's just you can attack each turn as an action. I'll check.
One or the other. Yeah, it attaches somehow. I don't remember.
It just means you don't have to cast it every turn. On each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal it automatically.
It's like weaker, right?
No, you are right.
It's a little zippy.
All right,
It's a D12, yeah.
Zap
we'll
that
just
bitch.
do a d12. Auto. 8. Well, yeah. I mean, he takes 2 death saves.
Yeah.
Then I'll have him do another one. Okay. I'll keep that to myself. Vilma, it's your turn.
Myself. I will. Oh no, I moved. The mistake of a century. God damn it, roll 20. I'm gonna flank over here and plate. I don't have any bludgeoning, so I'll just two-hand it. And I'll miss.
There it is.
Scheiße. That's all I got. I'm out.
The longsword scrapes against its armor. Suvi, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Benric's pretty small, so you can shoot over him without much effort.
How dare I move? Game's like, yeah, no more vision.
Still don't know what's up with Roll20
shoot
with that.
hammer, bro. Just need to install Firefox, I guess.
Yeah, what browser are you using?
Roll must.
Anyway,
What?
that one,
Piercing.
piercing. Yeah, neither of those are gonna hit. The arrows snap on the thing's armored back.
Get him, Bloodwing.
Right, the bestial spirit moves in. How far was that?
Thing's good. It's a good spell.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Okay, not time. We
Definitely
got
left the
plenty of.
200 gold acorn. Thing's done 20 damage already.
Ooh.
It
A
fucking hits like a
15.
freight train.
15 does not do it. All right, it does have flyby. Where is it going?
Just circle it around this way, just up high.
All right, it goes up high over Vendrick, but still nearby. That hammer is down. Nephros, it's your turn.
So anyway, I tried to stab it again.
All right,
Did 17 hit.
a 17 does hit,
Woohoo!
and with your flanking, that is enough to do it in. The hammerer goes down, a choice blow to the creature within, and disabling the entire device with death.
Alright, everybody sound off. Who's still up?
Also, 2 turns passed, so I'm gonna do the rebellion while you guys are chatting
Yeah, I was just
away.
about to ask about that.
Yeah, because do we hear like stuff happening over
You
there?
do hear, and you can see like over the crenellations, there's Duragar battling it out with pickaxes and hammers and stuff.
You should tell them their king is dead.
Yes. I think we should.
Yeah, you know that's a pretty good idea. Let's try and do some of that. I am going to let's see which direction. This way.
It's that tower.
Yeah, is this considered touching the tower, or should I be away? Because I can't be away.
Being next to the tower is still kind of dicey, but you won't take any damage.
Okay,
It's just
I'll
very
still,
hot.
I'll still keep some space. Could I? I mean, talking. You'll allow me to like shout. It's not going to be an action, right? Because that's what I'm gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, okay. Well, yeah. All right. So bonus of cunning action dash.
Get him, Silver Tongue.
I'll just get over here. And then, yeah, I'm going to shout to them, "Your king lies dead on the floor. Drop down your weapons and we may decide to spare you."
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Well,
I'm not that scary.
in
Bit
my
of an
head I gave
ultimatum,
you
I think.
advantage thanks to
Oh!
killing their king. The Dorgar, take notice of the devil shouting at them, and all of the undead spirits, and they see Zardarok's small, frail body being shattered with lightning by an old man, and they're like, that's, it's a bit cringe to be following him, isn't it now?
I'm glad they learned the cringe.
You already changed your mind after he's out of power.
The choice is yours. Die cringe or live based.
We really need to work on your intimidation, Nephros.
This must be that southerner talk.
Feels very scripted.
I'm sorry, I'm too much of a nice guy.
Alright, the Duragar stop fighting, although one of the Duragar does run away. In the southern tower. Alright.
Nephros is gonna look back to like villains who be like, "We gotta run it to the south." Well, I mean, actually,
I was gonna end turns, but maybe
oh, that's okay.
I guess we'll keep it for at least one more round, see what's going on. So that was what Nephros did this turn. Grundle, what are you doing? Most of the Duragar have been dispatched. The only ones left are in the towers, and some of them subdued. One of them has taken a run, and Nephros has taken notice.
Neuron activation.
Alternatively, you might be BRB. Sure.
Or he might just be taking care of the thing that attacked him.
I'm taking care of Rex.
That's
All right.
Is
Grundle
there
is-
like a?
Star and everything.
Is there
Yeah,
another
go for
check I have to make him alive at 1 or something like that?
Well, you would need to either wait 1 hour for him to awaken from being unconscious, or you'd need to give him healing of magical kind.
Oh. Mm,
You can only actually bring him back if you have like the whatever it is, the healer feat.
the healer's kit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Little pepper box. Wake up!
Schools,
Sniff this!
box, rations.
No, pepper box is the handgun.
Uh,
And
Not
it's
really much I can do
sniffing
right now, so
salts.
until we release initiative. Yeah, I'll just stick here for now.
Okay. Benric. What's up, my dude?
Yeah. I mean, they look like they're bleeding. That one's running. Does anyone need healing?
Yes.
This is... We're not being attacked anymore. This is the last thing that I have.
I'm almost dying. I actually died once already.
Yeah, you know, when I brought
Soaked
you
in
back,
blood.
so... Let's just go over and go give Grundle a little cure wound.
Alright, being at 1 is a good reason to cure somebody.
Level 1 cure.
In fact, I don't think anybody would argue with you.
No, don't do it.
No, heal my bestial spirit!
And you roll for medium?
Oh, I thought you were using cure wounds.
Oh, great. I was thinking it was like the greater healing
Potion.
potion for some reason.
I could roll all the dice for you, but I don't
No.
want to have all the fun. The potion thing is just easier because it's hard to remember like what potions do what amount of hit points.
1d8 plus your charisma score.
Great. Love that. Come on.
I'll heal you,
Burn
Grundle.
him with fire.
Lesser
Yeah.
Foxfire!
Yeah, gotta go in. Well, there's like the things that are above, and it says like level 1 spell, level 2 spell. So I
Well-
thought it was gonna give me a drop down menu, but it didn't.
But what level spell is it? Because it's 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability.
You already did it.
Sick.
You get,
You get
6 hit points, Grundle.
That's my
A
turn.
whopping 7 HP.
Alright. Jeeves continues his lightning assault. Ah! He's gonna walk towards him and automatically deal damage. And,
Ignore that.
I mean, he's just excited to be here, really. As soon as he's sure that Zardarok is dead, he releases his Witch Bolt. Ah! Ah! Yes. Don't hurt my friends
Come
again.
back down.
Feels good to take a life again.
Anyway, kind of adjusts his shirt. What are we doing now? And why are these spirits speaking Dwarvish? Vilma, it is your turn.
I don't know if I did it.
I'm just gonna have the spirits circle Jeeves and remind him of all the lives that he's taken
You're
before.
old.
I would just circle him and just keep saying old, old, old.
One of us.
You killed Zardarok. You killed Zardarok. That's mostly who you killed in this life. Zardarok.
Yeah, we know.
I'll just dash over. Oh my god. Okay, I can't move my own character. I'll just walk
live in
over to
darkness.
Zardarok. We're looking pretty chill right now. Are they? So people started running away. And
Yep.
The fighting's ceased.
The fighting has ceased.
I'll go to Zardarok and give him a
Put
good
on the
kick
gauntlet.
and then take that crown and look at that.
All right. That is interesting. I'm gonna stop this music because it's a little too exciting. I'm getting too excited.
We gotta get more spooky.
Chris, you're so excited right now.
So excitable. All right. Ye take the crown. The crown is like seemingly made out of one gemstone, but upon closer inspection, it looks like it was forged. You had heard that Chardalyn can be worked as if it was like some type of workable metal, in spite of being like crystalline or ice-like. This is what appears to have been done with this crown. But otherwise, nothing happens upon immediately touching it. Nothing happens immediately upon touching it. Sorry.
Right. I do. Okay, so the Charlatan that the the devil cultist had, it had like something in the center of it, right? A sword or something.
Yes, it had a deformation in the center of the crystal that seemed to look like a black sword. You don't see such a
Right.
thing on this crown, though I will have you do an investigation check.
Uh, yeah, I'll do an investigation check. Let's fucking go.
Staccato?
I'm gonna investigate the fuck like this.
As soon as Chris says, but I will have you do a. My throat just clenches like
Plus
investigation.
one.
Check. Oh, God.
Oh, there we go.
I will have
Tell
you
me
do
about
a
it, Chris.
wisdom save. So,
You notice a little devil looking back at you.
you notice that there are several, like, spires on this crown, like, points on it, and there's like 9 of them, although there's only 2 of them that are still intact. The others have been snapped off at the point. It looks more deliberate than accidental.
This many snapped off pieces. Okay. Actually, I have the. Now that I look at the rings that the princes had, would I suspect those be of like a work Charlatan or something?
Um, they don't appear to be made of charlatan.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so 7 missing spires on the crown. Cool. All right, that'll be my turn.
All right, Suvi, what is up, my dude?
I don't know.
All right,
What is up?
Oh, I am 92% zoomed in. Uneven number. What is going on in this place? You don't have a lot of time to look around.
you look around. You're standing on a platform. It's like 5 feet tall. There's like an apparatus with claws that have been almost torn asunder and like little cranes, one of which is bent. You can see claw marks all over like the ground and walls, climbing up the ceiling almost to the south of you, where there's just a bin filled with scrap pieces of metal and what looks like charlatan from the glimmer. Beyond that, you can just sense like a foul stench, and you hear some rattling, seemingly of animals in cages.
So
To
can
your-
we like see that the roof is still open right now, or?
There is a dim light coming in from above. To your right,
Okay.
there's 2 towers that had the Duergar that were fighting in them. Like the rest of the towers in this room, they're 20 feet above the ground and 20 feet down from the ceiling. They're surrounded by crenellations. There's also a door to the south, flanked by arrow slits here, but nothing has fired out of the arrow slits or anything. It also seems dark inside. Far to the east, it looks like there's a door between the 2 battlement covered towers. There's also an exit from Nephros to the north, where the Hammerers came out of. Those are all the exits to this room. The room is still vibrating with the periodic beating of the forge. Waves of heat still pass over you guys as lava slowly drips into the trough. Sorry for the dump.
Ah, just like painting an image with your words.
Good word pictures.
Disgusting.
What do we do now? There's Durgar everywhere.
Well, I mean, I did say that one of them went running south, and I don't know exactly how many more Durgar are there. It seems there's more behind every door that we open.
Go for this door, I guess.
Right? You run to the door and open it up?
Listen at it.
Alright, then that'll be a perception check.
17.
Do not sense anything on the other side of the door. There's dim, what looks to be firelight coming from beneath, like, a crack in the threshold. Though there is an uneasy feeling that you have.
Feelings.
Feelings!
You vibe check it.
Punch the door. 5 punch.
Nothing happens.
I guess I'm done.
Alright. Nephoros.
Okay. Alright, so I mean, like, which you use was, I don't know, the good guys? You're not really all good guys, but, like, you know, I mean, which use was against Zodorok from the beginning?
They like look at each other. The female Duragar up here just kind of points to the one to the north. He's a Zardrock loyalist. I mean, I dinna have to be if you're willing to spare me life.
That's fine. You're on parole. You, and Nephros points at the female Durgar.
Oh.
You I can trust. Are there more forces hidden in this fortress that we should be worried about? Should we go sweeping for more, or do you think we're safe for now?
Aye,
Don't forget the dragon.
there's dozens of Duragar still here. Many of them are loyal to Musgart. She's the woman that leads our tribe. Well, future tribe. I knew it. I knew that she was behind this. Oh, shut up, you loyalist.
With Zardorok dead, do you believe that you can topple whoever's left that are loyalists?
Maybe with help. There's like 10 or so in the other room. Oh, shite, that's probably where the other one went.
Oh, boy.
So what you're saying is that we can just lock them in the room and burn it to the ground and leave.
Burn the stone fortress. Right.
Well,
Well,
I greatly appreciate you taking down that mad king. He was willing to do anything, to do whatever he wanted with his mad whims. But I think that if we take this place for Grandma Musgart, I'm sure that this place could become a worthwhile home. We thank you for your service, but perhaps you should leave.
yeah, I mean, we got a thing. There was a whole, like, flew out through the ceiling. We gotta, like, go deal with that, so I'm just
Sure,
trying to check
we
if
don't
you
have
got
any
things under
ambitions
control.
with that, so you can just leave.
Yeah, okay, terrific. All right, guys, we're good to, like, leave. We can go try and kill the dragon thing, I guess.
I'll take
Come
a look
on.
for that today.
Isn't it also kind of their problem too?
Can it be tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I need a nap.
Nephros, let's leave initiative at this point.
Yeah,
Oh, thank God.
Also,
Whew.
Nephros, I'll allow a perception check. It'll be fairly difficult.
Okay.
This room is quite echoey.
That's right.
Well, a 20 will do it. That was the DC.
Ooh.
As the Durgar head off, the loyalist says, "Hey, do you think any of his treasure's still back there? Shut up, we got work to do."
Nephros' ears perk up.
The other Durgar just kind of is keeping an eye on you guys. They haven't really said much.
Out of character, we did just do them a service.
That was bonus action. That was cunning action dash over down to
Well,
Subi.
we're out of turns, so
Oh,
anybody
okay.
can do whatever they want.
After hearing that, I'm going to come down to Subi and say, "Hey, Subi, this big door here. What do you? What's your read on it?"
Quiet, but I have a bad feeling apparently.
I have a bad feeling.
Bad feeling about it.
Maybe just check if traps.
Yeah. I mean, first, maybe I can just detect magic.
Detect magic. There doesn't appear to be any magic immediately on the door. One that you can sense, anyway.
All right. Well, All right, give me a little time, Suvi. Let me check and see if there's any traps on this thing, or if there's a way to unlock it.
Vilmar, did you find anything on the carcass?
I'm gonna pick up the gauntlet as well, and maybe anything else that he has on himself.
Alright, you pick up the gauntlet. It is normal size now that it's now that he's shrunk. It could easily fit on your arm. It'll just be a little loose.
Yeah, it'll be in the pocket for now, but we'll see.
That's fine. You can do
Toss it
whatever
in
you
the
want.
Bag of holding.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You could do whatever you want with the Chartling Gauntlet.
Nothing bad has ever happened to people wearing Chartling gauntlets.
Let me tell you, I thought about it. Maybe Grundle will be a warlock with this thing.
Yeah, we'll figure out
Unlock.
what this does. And can I... Anything else on the body?
Anything else on the body?
On the body.
Doesn't seem to be
Good
carrying
day.
anything. He has a little carved totem that appears to be
Tchotchkes.
a little tchotchke, if you will. It
Oh, a
appears to be
knick-knack.
a holy symbol of some sort.
Cool. Can I try and recognize it?
Sure, make a religion
Tony
check.
loves Chachi.
A religion? That is alphabetical. How can I never find things? They're alphabetical? Oh yeah, I know so much.
Well, the symbol, I mean, it looks like it's something of import, but you're not sure what kind of person would worship a weird skull like this. I'll have you make an insight check.
Oh, I get to roll more dice, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alas, poor Rourke.
A bit of recognition comes to you as you realize you have seen a skull like this before. You've seen one deep in the caves where a psi crystal was found behind a skull embedded in the wall.
It's all coming back around?
You intuit that this is a Mind Flayer skull.
Oh my god. Mind Flare Skull. This whole symbol? What is this?
It's a holy symbol of a Mind Flayer skull. You're not sure what deity
I
it
don't
belongs
know.
to.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a holy symbol. I think it is.
Gorgax
They are
the
worshipping
Tentacular.
it.
Well, I mean, it's a skull, therefore it has holes in it.
You know, not wrong.
It's small though, right?
It was deliberately, seemingly, forged of, like, a soft metal, like a tin or something, and it was wrapped in a silk cloth.
Huh.
But it does match the one that you'd seen before. Grundle, Venric, what you guys doing up there?
Fenric, do you have a healing kit?
No.
He has
I have
one
the
last...
power of a god.
He has
No,
one
I don't
last-
have one last. No.
Oh, you don't have
It
one
was
last
used.
point.
No. It was
Does
used on
Jeeves have
Grundle.
a healing kit?
Oh, I thought you had one last point of lay on hands is what I was trying to complete saying. Because
Yeah,
it says
no.
1 out of 20 on your...
Oh. Why did it? I updated that before.
Oh, I figured you would use
It
your
didn't
Cure
say-
Light Wounds on...
No,
Oh,
I
that was-
used. That was when he was in his arms
That was
and
when
he
he
was
got
going
to
to be
one.
thrown into like lava, and I was like, "Oh no!" Smack.
Alright, yeah, Benric doesn't seem to have a healing kit or any healing juices left.
Soft lizard, warm lizard, little fog of scales. Happy lizard, sleepy lizard.
So what you're
Keep
telling
going.
me is that
With
you're
two
going
tails.
to. Do you plan on leaving? Do you plan on moving? Because it seems like you want to stay here and you want to bring that with you.
I want to play with him.
Can
He
we?
is
Can I?
rather
He
Can I
could
help
be
you
our new
carry it?
mascot.
Can I just help you carry it somehow?
Lizards don't do well in the snow,
We just
Grundle.
like try to drag the lizard because I know Grundle's not gonna leave without it. If a fox could roll its eyes, Fenrix is doing it. So
It will greatly hinder you to move it, but you can.
sure, I will help. If not, we're gonna be sitting here going "Hee!" at each other forever.
Like, Subi's just saying, like, they don't do all this knowing. He's actually also a herpetologist as well as a polyglot. They're cold-blooded.
Gorgax
good
minus one
lizards.
nature check.
So what's going on?
I was gonna help Grundle carry the lizard.
I'm seeing
just
Vilma
gonna heal
casting
it.
a spell.
Oh,
Okay, sounds like
Oh.
you said you're just gonna heal it.
Just gonna heal it. Yeah, he does seem like a good lizard there, Grundle. Here you go.
Right?
You
The
should wake up.
lizard awakens. It is hostile to non-Duragar creatures and immediately rolls for initiative.
Who could have seen this
Kills
coming?
Grundle.
Me.
I don't.
Alright.
You see
Okay.
me.
It goes first.
Okay.
It apparently is
Giant,
going
apparently.
I'll
first.
take this initiative.
Um,
Look at this initiative.
presumably, you all are close. I'm gonna say Venric probably is shying away from it. Grundle or Vilma will be attacked. I'm gonna roll randomly.
Yeah.
Evens
I
Vilma.
didn't warn you.
Evens Vilma.
Evens Vilma.
Evens Vilma. Good thing we used all
It
of our
awakens,
healing
it
right now.
senses a strange sensation on its body, and it goes to attack the source. It bites Vilma for 8 piercing damage.
I go down.
Camelios.
Fucking damn it. Okay, it's done.
How did it bite Vilma? She's nowhere near it.
She had to touch it to cast
It's-
Cure Wounds.
Yeah, it's
Oh. Now I see her. She's under the dice.
Alright, death save, Vilma. I guess.
Oh boy.
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't have any heals.
That was almost back to life. That would have been useful.
That would
Grundle.
have been really useful.
all right. I'm gonna take out a ration. I'm
Right?
gonna point it to it. Be like,
We're all gonna die.
calm down, big lizard. Calm down. Us friends. New friends.
Alright, make an animal handling check.
Oh my god, the most important in my life.
I'll let you have +2 to the check.
Okay, what is
'Cause of
what
the
is
rash.
Use that
this?
jungle meat.
Oh my god, thank you, Jesus.
As the
Use the
lizard
jungle
is
money.
panicked, it realizes that it doesn't feel as much pain anymore, and with food shoved in its face, it happily munches on the thing and then turns towards the source. Its eyes widen, and it bows its head. Obedience to you. You
Your
have a
name
giant
is-
lizard. Vilma is dying. Venric, it's your
Yes!
turn.
Whatever.
Worth it. Exactly what you want.
Whatever. Worth it. Fucker, right?
I don't have anything that can do anything besides just maybe medicine check and try and heal.
I really did not envision the reality where the most evil and selfish of the party members would be Grundle.
Obviously,
Just
you
like-
have no imagination.
Absolutely rolling my eyes like, damn it,
With a
Grundle.
divine lack of inspiration.
I asked if you were going to do anything so I could save my heals.
He does look like a good boy.
The lizard becomes a serial killer.
So, medicine check.
DC is standard 10. That's a success. I don't remember what the D&D 1 rules are, but so I'll just stick with the 5e ones.
Okay, Grundle, this means that you need to make sure that the lizard can now carry Vilma instead of us carrying the lizard.
Okay.
This is your responsibility now. Look, if you can't handle it, we're gonna have a really big talk, and we might have to put him to sleep for a
I
very long
can't
time.
lift Vilma.
Oh my god,
Well,
I'll
maybe I
help you lift.
can. I can.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
lift
I-
Vilma.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to let you lift the giant lizard. You can
Yeah,
lift
we're
Oh,
gonna-
Vilma.
alright. I didn't
we're
think
gonna-
that was actually going to happen.
You were just gonna move at like 10 feet per round.
Has anyone
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen the video of like the 400-pound bear that was underneath someone's porch, and like these 4 dudes are trying to drag it out? That's what I imagine what would have happened. Just us dragging this giant creature while it was sleeping.
Right, you heft Vilma
Alright.
onto the giant lizard. Seems to
then-
understand and seems fairly well trained in spite of
Is
its
it-
reptile brain.
I
Is
point
there
at it
room
and I go,
for me to get on it too?
Yeah, just barely.
Okay,
Load
cool.
Vilma on, smack its butt, and it runs off.
Sick. I'm gonna ride it towards like the rest of the group.
Alright,
Which
ride
is
it on
near-
over.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
Yeah.
Look, I'm riding on a big scaly tractor.
Oh great, more responsibilities to shirk.
No,
The
it's
spirits disappear. I forgot about them.
not. It's Grundle's responsibility, and if the lizard dies, it's on the lizard and Grundle. No one take care of it.
Yeah, no, Nephros
No,
just kind
I'm
of,
on-
he doesn't even look back to acknowledge it. He just kind of shakes his head and keeps working on what he's working on.
Right, back to them. Alright, Nephros. There does appear to be a lock on the door. It appears to be... yeah, it just appears to be a standard lock, keeping the door closed. So you can try a Thieves' Tools dexterity check.
And importantly, it is a non-magical.
It's non-magical. Right. Well, that is enough, icky-dicky-do, to open up the door So you didgeridoo. On the other side is a strange sight. Inside this room, you can hear loud mechanical noises that seem to come from behind the south wall. Standing in the middle of the room, facing the double door to the north where you are standing, there is a 7-foot-tall statue of a female Duergar in scale mail robe. The top of its head above the eyes has been sheared off, making space for a stone brazier that gives off a flickering flame, as if its head is alight with fire. Chained to the statue's pedestal is an emaciated, malformed creature with rubbery, purplish-gray flesh, a bulbous head with a metal plate bolted to it, and sinister, sunken eyes. It looks up at you, and just kind of stares.
Oh, well. I mean, Nephros has neuron activation, brackets, fear, and disgust.
That's
Because of his past experiences. So if you'll allow me to, he pulls out his sword and runs over to gut this thing.
Alright,
Just immediately.
you can do that. Suvi, Nephros is running off to kill the thing. It seems pretty weak. Do you want to let him finish it off?
What is that thing?
It looks like a mind flayer. You have seen them before,
Boy,
though
another mind
smaller
flare,
versions.
guys. Shield
Maybe
your
it has
brains.
another gun.
Good. Mine's running out of ammo. I don't think I want to stop Nephros. I don't like those things.
Sure. Nephros, you run up to the creature. As you get
Careful.
closer, you note that though it has like spaces where its tentacles should be, they've actually been shorn off, leaving just little nubbins. Beneath there is just a circular mouth filled with teeth that kind of puckers as you approach, closes its eyes as you run towards it.
Yeah, I mean, Nephros runs toward and kind of haphazardly pulls out his short sword and just runs it through this thing's neck / face. Like, immediately.
Alright? You kill it.
Yeah. And I mean, he's just gonna stay there for a little bit, kind of like shaking and panting and, you know, that sort of thing.
Everything all right in there?
It is
Mind
now.
flare. Well, formerly.
Well, yeah, the thing is dead. You're free to move about the cabin.
Mm.
Is Vilma okay?
Yeah, she's just taking a nap.
Is a good lizard.
Here.
I can heal you.
Of course, Suvi.
Healing button.
Glad to know we weren't in dire straits with those. I only had one left.
Yeah, I only got 2. Yeah, 2.
Ooh.
2 level 1 slots. Anyway,
Alright.
here's 8 health.
So what next?
Thank
We still have to
you.
deal with the dragon,
Uh,
right?
Yes, I
At some point.
did see that thing emerge from the top of the citadel. I almost forgot about it in the heat of being hurled through the astral plane towards you.
what way was it going?
I can't say. It climbed out of some sort of icy doorway, then it flew off. It didn't go towards me. It went to the other side of the mountain. I
big?
suppose off towards 10 Towns.
Of course.
I mean, that
Well,
makes
let's-
sense.
I hope they go for a sacrifice town.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be innocent people killed either way. We should stop it.
Is the
Yeah.
lizard good now or not?
Oh, the lizard loves me. We're best friends.
Oh, good. I'm very glad. I healed it then.
Yeah,
it was-
nope, don't acknowledge Grundle.
It was
Bad
worth
choice. Mm. We'll see if you can take
I've
care
never
of it.
been more happy in my life. That's how
Alright.
sad and miserable my life has been, I guess.
No, it's probably got to be a very good lizard.
Hope it's
Are we getting treasure or
warm-blooded.
something? Are we still here? What are we doing?
Are we leaving?
leaving,
Yeah.
hopefully.
We have a ride.
Well, Nephros killed a thingy. Mind Flayer.
Good.
Oh,
Anything else in here?
A lot happened
Yeah.
while you were out, Vilma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
there's. I think there's another door back here, maybe.
There are a few doors in this room, though they're probably hard to see. There's one over here, one over here, and then there's one in the back from which you can hear heavy machinery.
I'm gonna stay in this lizard.
Can Rex fit in this room?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, let me
long
move
and
out of your way
skinny,
for you.
You know, fat.
You can squeeze in.
Yeah.
I
Try
just
to
want to
ride
like,
him in there.
I know Nephros killed this creature, and I feel like that's a pretty wise idea. Can I do like an investigation check or medicine check to see what they were doing with this creature? Because it obviously doesn't seem to be in power.
Perhaps they captured it from that nautiloid.
Maybe.
You can certainly make a medicine check. What's everybody else doing? This is going on.
Moving into the room with them, but I'm
just
on
gonna run
Rex.
Rex.
Yeah, so I can't.
Excuse me.
Can you do? Oh my god.
Doesn't look like Sardarok's personal treasures keep, does it?
It's okay. Saw nothing.
No.
Only the truth.
Alright, with your medicine
You said
check,
nothing.
it does
Ew.
look like the thing has been starving for a while. It probably subsists on brains, from what you have heard about mind flayers.
Yeah.
It hasn't had any in a while for it to get this weak. The tentacles have been like expertly detached right at the little cartilaginous muscles, like where there's a natural separation. They've been
Yeah, so it
cut
looks
off.
like a predator instead of just, giant tentacle face.
Yeah.
You're
It-
one
Ooh.
ugly mother.
Otherwise, it's probably been tied up here to this statue for maybe a week, maybe more, depending on Mind Flayer diet.
Maybe they were using its mind powers to control their slaves.
It also has a metal, thing bolted to its back. It seems that its own brain has been tampered with. But to what extent, anybody's guess.
I was
Beneath a
going to
metal plate.
investigate the statue and everything else that it's attached to, but I failed horribly. So I'm just fascinated with the body and the metal plate, I guess.
To be fair, who would be?
Yeah, it's kind of
Little
strange.
dead alien. Ooh, statue.
Right,
Okay.
Nephros, what you doing with the door, bud?
I
I am
also
trying
relay
to.
information.
I'm trying to open this door.
Alright, this door is unlocked.
Wow.
Only one layer of security encryption? Come on.
And how?
It opens up.
Ah.
Intruder alert! A hammer activates that has been dormant in the corner. Let's roll for initiative.
Yay.
Okay.
And here I was hoping the mind flayer was driving those things.
I can't see anything in this room, by the way.
I can only see a 10-foot circle.
What's that, Chief?
Yeah, I can see.
Put a fire on its head. Alright,
Set them on fire.
Nephros, you have the first turn.
That's right.
And right, appropriately so for once.
Yeah, right. Yeah, with my +7 to initiative.
You rush into
Um,
this room with two braziers lit in the western wall, and on the eastern wall there is a giant wheel mechanism, and you can see the elevator mechanism. It is stuck, it seems.
All right. Well, I will do the thing that I do.
Oh, and there's also another door in this room, but regardless, you go in and you stab the hammerer. It didn't have enough time to get ready, so it cannot defend itself. You hit.
Aw,
That's a bad sneak.
that is pretty bad.
Still a
Truly,
sizable
the
portion of
second
damage.
worst roll you could make.
That's true. That's true. All right. Now with my fancy footwork,
You stab it
And
and
I'm
then
gonna-
run out of the room, closing the
Yep,
door
I stab
behind
it.
you.
Well, I don't have an action left to shut the door, but that would be very funny.
Yeah, I assume
Actually,
the item
wait.
interaction happened at the start of your turn.
Well, you had to
Yeah,
draw
yeah,
your
yeah.
weapon, so.
Well, and actually, no. Well, while I'm still there, might as well get in a cheeky little dagger offhand.
Yeah, figure.
Or attempt to.
Ooh, it scatters along its metal.
Yeah, alright, fine.
Yippee! Vilma!
Hold on. That's just my regular movement. I haven't done my bonus action.
Sorry.
I haven't done my cutting action movement. I'm just
Forgot
gonna
you can teleport.
That's right. Oh god, there's a hammer in there. I don't want to die. Okay, that's good.
Hello again, Nephros. Vilma,
So
I'm
you're
a
using
lizard.
playtest material?
Oh, what the? Oh, well, I'll just use my hold my action with my laser rifle and aim it at the door and
Okay.
shoot it at a hammer coming out of it.
Sounds good. Jeeves is gonna mimic that. Holds up his laser pisty. Venric. Venric, what would you love to do?
Ricky Ven.
Maybe.
Let's, You always try to rush. You always rush.
Get the
Let
brush.
Allie's brain work, okay?
Yeah,
Need some time.
I literally said it's gonna be a slow brain day.
I know, that's why I called you multiple times. You told me to do that.
Is she not
Yeah, when
rushing? She's
Allie's turn
rushing.
comes up in the initiative, it pans over to her and it's just like the internet modem sound.
I'm still no, it's actually slowly still moving over for me. It hasn't even gotten onto my character. I'm like, all right, there it is.
You're squeezing here, by the way. You climb up and around the large statue in the room.
I'm small. I can squeeze.
That's why I said you're squeezing.
Unencumbered. Okay, just making sure. I'm gonna squeeze over here.
Squeeze.
It's a main squeeze.
Main squeeze. And I guess pretty much I'm just gonna set myself up so I can defend others because I don't think I can really get in there. And do
Ready
too
a
much for
smoosh?
them.
Alright, you ready your shields to defend your friends.
Just let me take a peek.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't get in there. I can get
Going in there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I can get fucking so close. I'm like 5 feet away from being able to actually bonk it. So, yeah.
Alright,
I'll move here.
alright. Do you have any other actions?
I'm just gonna ready that action to bonk it if it comes through.
Okay, did you have enough movement speed?
To get to where I am? Yeah. I have 45 in this form.
That's right. I forgot. It starts moving. Intruder alert! It enters through the doorway. We'll go in order of Vilma, Jeeves, Venric. Vilma.
Yeah, let's shoot this mother. Let's not stormtrooper it, hopefully. Oh, I'm
Well,
stormtroopering
you
it.
said it.
Alright, Jeeves will go. Let's see. Oh, so we don't have a macro for a laser pistol. Well, someday. Someday when I get home and I'm not tired.
That day will never happen.
Right, that doesn't hit either. Venric, you may bonk.
Does that hit?
Bludgeoning, let's see, let me check their AC. That does just barely hit with a 17.
Bonk.
Right, that's gonna hit him for 12 bludgeoning damage. It spins towards you to attack with its hammer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Die, you fox!
Does nope.
It moves to claw you.
No. I think that one hits.
Oh boy.
It's for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Ow.
Out. You up?
Alright, Suvi. The hammer is
There are
attacking
any more of these
Venric.
abominations we need to fight. Give it the quarter staff.
Alright, that's another bonk.
You can have it.
You can have it. And that's enough to disable a device. The simple way.
Home run Batum.
Glass cracks and the Dorgar falls unconscious, twitching. There's no more noise. Except for the mechanical stuttering in the next room. I suppose I'll just remove all turns for now.
Yeah, I'll follow you in.
Found the elevator.
Yeah, take that, you little... Jeeves kicks the thing. Suvi, you enter this room. There is an elevator here, which I think is still stalled because you guys broke the mechanism upstairs.
Yeah.
Probably like awkwardly twitching.
We did do it sort of like not super destroyed.
Well, this thing's
Yeah,
trying
we'll
to
have to
move.
climb back up and reseat the gear. Is a door over here?
Or we can try and force
There
it.
is
Can
a
I-
door in this room. There is faint light coming underneath the threshold. They really need to make these doors flush.
Locked.
Forward, Rex.
Oh.
I don't think Rex can fit through that door.
Rex can squeeze through a 5-foot space just like most creatures.
With people on him.
Technically.
Bonks Grundle's head as they come in.
He'll make do.
Sure. Tuck in your feet.
Sure.
Well, you're going through the door. Might as well check the door. Ah, train lizard.
Check the door.
Right. Let's see. Hold on a moment. Loading.
Loading glyph of warding. Installing.
Oh, I can cast that.
You hear a faint, like, uneven ticking noise.
Interesting.
Is it repetitive or is it kind
It
of
stops every few seconds.
I peek through the lock hole or something? I don't know.
Looks like it's too flush to do that, though it doesn't have a lock.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to open it.
Right. Open the door. Allow me to do that for you. The door opens. Inside, you see that there's a room filled with stacks of granite tablets. Behind them lurks a long-bearded Duergar, black robes and a tall black meter on their head. Almost like a priest of some sort. They are tapping away at another granite slab, a chisel and a hammer in hand. They look up at you, beyond the firelight. It's a little too late, my friends.
Yeah, we noticed that the dragon may have escaped already, huh?
Then my work here is done. Remember me, or as I was known, Klondorn. My master's work is never done, but it will be nice to know that the devil's work is being put to good use here in Icewind Dale.
Suvi, stop letting him talk. Go grapple him or something. Get him!
His name
Gonna run in
sounds
and
stupid.
Push him against the wall and go, how did
What
you
was
turn
it
it
again? I
off?
don't even remember what he said.
I don't know, clam door.
Yeah, I think it was clammy something.
You
Oh,
slam
yeah,
him against the
clammy
wall.
thing.
Several of the granite slabs fall down. Make an intimidation check.
Is he a beast? Do I have advantage?
He is not a beast. Appears to be a Duergar.
Wouldn't have mattered anyway. A lovely 9. Probably tripped over a pile of scrolls.
It doesn't matter, Furbolg. Nature can't be fixed when technology and hell combine. The Chardalin told him so. I know because my master told him to.
Who's
What are
your
you going to
master?
do?
The king?
Gut my
Dead.
throat?
No, we're
Pull
gonna
out my
keep you
spine
alive.
through my mouth?
No, what is wrong with you?
Bank my bottom.
You're gonna slap my ass?
Gonna make it clap.
Look, I don't know what you're into, but I don't think any of that is appropriate for the situation. But you do need to shut up, because you're real annoying.
Are there
Guys.
sexy times happening? What's happening?
No,
in
this
here?
is not sexy times. He won't shut up. But we need
This
information
abomination
about
built
good
the
things.
dragon.
Not
Is that
this bullshit.
Clambor?
I don't know.
Clammy Joe?
Name tag on the desk.
Evil
Klondorn's office.
guy.
Hey, Clams? Why don't you just like tell us what's controlling the dragon or something? That'd be,
Nothing
like, really cool.
controls the dragon. The
Ooh.
dragon has a mind of its own. It is
Okay.
ruled by my master, the Great One who whispers in the dark. You know him, the king of all the hells.
Right. Okay. The devil worshippers. Cool. Okay. Oh, I'm glad it came full circle with the devil worshipping.
You know-
Is this another Asmodeus freak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah,
come
very
in?
dark.
Maybe he'll like you.
Yeah. You want to come in? See what we do with Asmodeus freak?
His blessed name is spoken. You do know him. You know the ruin that comes.
Will somebody kill him already?
Yeah, we know the
No.
ruin that comes, and you know what's the best part? We beat it before. It almost tore us apart, but we took it, we threw it away, and we buried it. We're going to do the same thing to your bloody dragon.
Oh, I'm sure that you can bury it when all your bones are broken and buried along with your friends. You will watch them all die, son of devil.
Why are you so mean? I mean, you got a clammy name. I can see why you'd be a little, miffed about
Frustrated.
that. But
Because my journey is complete, I had to have someone. Even the Lord of Secrets has an ear bent to him.
You're a madman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of slam him against
Can we
the
tie
wall,
him
kinda
up?
knock him out.
We're gonna keep you alive. And
He's a
we're-
madman with nothing left to live for. The best thing we could do is tie him up and take him back to that temple.
Yeah.
Sardarok was mad, maddened by my lord, Asmodeus.
Okay. I'm gonna tie you up, and I am literally going to cut off a piece of the rope, and I'm gonna make sure I can tie it around his mouth so that way he's gagged. Shut up.
Right, you tie him up?
All right. Lizard can carry him. Grundle, you have purpose for your lizard.
Hey, don't just tie him up, gag him too.
I did. I tied a rope around his mouth,
Oh, good.
so you can just chew on that.
I have a ball. You want to put that in his mouth?
Nah, that seems like it might be too pleasurable.
I think you
Just
might
the
be
rope
into
is
that.
fine.
Okay.
Look, the worst thing that could happen for this guy, since he has nothing else to live for, is to make sure that he lives so he never sees it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Fenric, as you're tying him up, I have you make a dexterity save.
Don't like
Yeah.
that?
Tricks.
I figure we should.
Yeah, I'm not real good with dex.
no.
Oh my.
Right. As you go to tie him up, something stabs you for 2 piercing damage.
Ow.
It's seemingly coming from him, but it's not really meshing with his actual appearance.
Oh, he's a goddamn divine sense.
You sense a demon in front of you. Laughs as you invoke your divine sense.
Punch him in the face. Nope, that didn't knock him out. All right, someone else take care of this before I fall over.
You have no power here, Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah, well, not all of us have weird.
You will not
spiky bits
take me
hidden.
with you. But if you will not just simply delight, then I will have to bury you alongside. Don't worry, I will let one of you leave, with your life to tell the tale. Let's roll for initiative.
I hate that, guys.
Okay.
That's rude. He's a rude. Don't! It's not Chris!
Oh, come on.
Chris!
Sorry, I had
damn
20s
it.
I'm
enabled.
going so bad in this tunnel.
You
Glad
gotta
I moved.
stop.
20s.
We're
20s
going
enabled.
last all the
Freaking
time.
Just like to make note, he just wants us to kill him because he's a devil and he's gonna go back to the fucking hells.
You
Kill him.
cannot hurt me. Not like I can hurt you.
How do you get it?
He holds out a hand and a fire starts to grow within it. And he hurls it at Venric, mostly so he doesn't have disadvantage on his ranged attack.
Rude.
Also, to answer your
Don't have
question,
disadvantage because we're right next to
Ow.
him, but it doesn't matter, I guess.
Alright. There's 9
Ah,
fire
this is
damage
Barb
to
Devil.
Venric.
I am down and my fur is on fire and/or scorch. Pick one.
Oh, great.
This is the
Alright.
do.
I saved everybody else. Please save me.
Oh, God. Fuck.
Oh, actually, it can use its hurl flame twice. gonna do that at
Oh,
Suvi.
good.
This
Sorry.
time with disadvantage because you're right next to it.
Sorry, please go off.
I guess double 20s. Yes, might as well.
No.
Yes, please.
9 fire damage to Suvi.
Oh,
Vilma.
Well,
Shit.
I will go stand over Fenric's body over here. I guess I'll just shoot him with my laser rifle.
Alright. Pew pew.
Can I roll good? No! In fact, I'll get a natural 1. Whee! Okay. I will item interaction with Fenric, and I will step out this fucking door.
Whee!
Shit.
Ready. Nephros, it is your turn.
All right. Time to stab.
get your way out of here.
Attempt to stab.
That is a hit. For damage.
Sneak attack. No ones this time.
Alright, that's
Alright.
21 damage. His health
2 1s is fine.
is shaved a tiny bit.
That's right. You know what? And let's continue the shaving.
Oh no.
That's another hit.
Oh, there's all the good rolls.
2.
All right.
Wow,
and
that
then-
really didn't move at all, did it?
No. This is what is missing right there is a grand total of 23 damage. So I am going to let's see.
You think
My
you can
turn.
hurt me? You think Zardarok could hurt me? You think anyone in this damned fortress could hurt me?
Well, I mean, no, not really. That's just. I mean, I'm experimenting. You know, I like to try things.
I
Anyway,
will
bye.
end you. Alright. Nephros runs away, kicking him away so he can't get that sweet, juicy 800. Suvi, anything for you? Your bestial spirit, that lasts like an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's still around.
So I can assume it was traveling with you.
Yeah, I
I'll
probably
just have it
pulled
like in
back.
the next room. I forgot to move it with you because I was moving Rex.
Hmm.
Oh, although you did take damage, so you would have to make a concentration check.
Good point.
Okay, you're still good.
You're so good right now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to shove him pro.
Make a athletics check.
Ooh.
Be okay?
Alright,
Pretty
that is pretty
okay.
okay. Let's do opposed. I think strength is their good. Ooh. He pushes you away. Also, you are hurt by his spikes and barbs as you try to.
Good, he's spiky too.
Yeah, that was what hurt Venric. Take exactly
Hey,
7 piercing
jeez.
damage.
You
My
knocked me out. What the fuck?
gosh.
You go to shove him, but a spike goes through your hand. The gripping pain and the loss of blood causes you to go unconscious. Your bestial spirit vanishes.
That was way more than I expected. Jesus
Oh my
Christ. A D10.
Venric, death save.
Yep.
Hell yup.
Killed by a
Of
demon.
course.
Something foul hidden in this fortress. That's a success. We move. Rundle.
Should have just left.
Vilma and
Okay.
Nephros are running out of the other room with an echoing voice coming from beyond. Venric is unconscious and dying.
Hey, what's going on in there?
We're getting out of here!
There's a demon, and Suvi is still in there, and we probably need to get him out.
Oh, God. Grundle to the rescue.
I don't even know why you're telling. I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
and-
You're just gonna protect your fucking lizard.
Vanderg on the ground like, it's a devil. There's a difference.
Yeah, 40.
That's right.
Can I, it's like, fire engine rescue Suvi, whatever that's called?
You
Fire
can
scoop.
pick him up and drag him out. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Oh, 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 oh.
I have to use a bonus action to dash, so I don't know how much.
You move at half speed when
Since
you're
I have-
carrying someone
right,
else.
so I have an extra 20 feet right now, so 5, 10, 15, 20.
Ooh, you can
Smooth
dash
skills.
with a bonus action. That's nice.
Oh well, in action, my action is to
Ew,
dash.
okay. I don't know how barbarians work, so I would have believed you.
They hit good.
All right.
But other than that, yeah.
Hit
it's-
good and get hit good.
Try to get him out of there.
Get me out of the room.
Hey, it's Jeeves' turn.
Jeeves, time to
Master
transform.
Venric. Jeeves
You gotta use your
transforms
superpowers.
into Asmodee. No, 1, 2. So he would have gone.
I mean,
1,
now
2,
would be the time.
3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh. You know what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He dashes into the room. You will not hurt my Master Venric, you foul devil! And what are you going to do, old man? Here, Jeeves has his laser pistol drawn, but Klondorn do anything for a Klondorn
Nope.
bar.
Oh.
Old!
Klondorn bar made of ripped flesh.
He ignites his hands once more, one in each palm.
Hits himself.
Oh my god.
Ah! It clashes into the back wall, destroying some of the granite stones. No! Don't hold still, you god. Oh.
He turned ones on, guys.
What?
Turned ones back on. Oh my god, he turned ones on! Chris! I know, you're definitely hacking now.
Jeeves!
I'm not.
These are fake.
I'm
You're
not
staging these
hacking.
rolls. These are not real.
More of the granite slabs crumble behind Jeeves. Missed me, idiot. Stop! Stand still, you
How do you
fucking
fudge?
nerd!
How do you fudge rolls like this, Chris? It's amazing.
It's
You
your
made it show
turn.
up. It looks like you rolled it. Yeah, me and Fenric are gonna. I'm just gonna start running with him. I'm just gonna start running with him.
Yeah, maybe toss
You
him
got
on
the
the lizard.
thieves! If I had any bardic inspiration, I would give it to him, but
Alright, you just give him some moral support.
Give him some
yeah, and I'll squeeze
basic
through
in-game
this
inspiration.
guy. Rex, you're in a very bad spot right now. Thank you. Okay. I don't even know how
Yoshi?
much that was.
He's very
Uh,
sensitive.
Alright,
And then I think I can go like here or something.
run into the other room past the dead mind flayer.
Ah,
Nephros,
that thing's still gross.
it is your turn.
Oh boy, and how?
Give me Venric. I've taken him with me.
Oh,
Carry me, mommy.
good thing you broke the elevator, right, guys?
Right?
Wait a minute.
We
That's-
couldn't have sabotaged ourselves anymore.
That's a good thing, actually. Hold on, I need to read some text real quick.
Be nice to roll for me
Oh,
right now.
Christ. No way, there's no way I'm doing that.
Reading.
No, I saw cast time 1 hour on Glyph of Warning, and I was like, nope, there's no way I can leave a trap in the pathway.
I'm gonna leave a trap
That's
right
not
here.
good.
Nope.
Nope.
It's like
Hold
me
still
when
by me.
I want to cast like mass healing word or whatever. One that takes 10 minutes. Prayer of healing, whatever it is.
Wish I could safety officer myself.
I forgot the most important safety rule. Check for illusions before grappling. Ugh.
The most important safety roll, yes.
Safety stash.
Jeez.
Yeah, he is a barbed devil under there. It is the one thing they do.
He's
Stab
barbed.
people that touch them.
Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say to Grunwald, like, alright, here, just can you toss me Suvi? Maybe we can just kind of fireman drag him a little bit extra distance so we can get out of here.
Sure.
Alright, I am not a strong boy, so how far additional distance can I carry Suvi?
I mean,
-1 strength.
-1 strength. All right, make an athletics check. See if your
Okay.
adrenaline kicks in. All right.
Feeling
Well,
lazy.
I'll say you can move him another 10 feet.
Okay. So I'll move him like here.
Drag him on over.
Alright, and then I will,
Get him stable.
yeah, that's
That's possible.
probably what I should spend my action doing. It's just I'll drag him over here and then I'll try a medicine check.
All right. Try to staunch the bleeding.
Ooh boy, yeah, that's good.
Suvi, you have one failed death save.
we not?
That's how. Ooh.
Roll better.
Listen, I either roll or I don't.
Suvi, it's your turn. Make a death save.
You got 20.
Let's die.
Come on.
It's one. That looks like a D12 for some reason. Oh wait, that's on my screen. I don't know what that's from, but a D12 just popped out for no reason
That's
on my
probably the
screen.
damage you did with your stab.
No, that was a D10. And it was probably an old
Yeah,
Jeeves
great,
roll.
we're up to 2 fails already.
Down to 2
Two
fails. Vendrick, make a death save.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy,
Okay,
oh boy.
another success.
Must be nice.
All the rolls are slowly populating on my screen. A natural one rolled on my screen, but
Do we have any that oh, it wouldn't matter, would it? Just the stored rolls. We have a 4 still, don't we?
Oh, for the supplies?
I believe you used the last of them.
I think we're at all zeros across the board.
What about Nephros' special, everybody's special advantage thing, or whatever?
Oh, the hero point?
Yeah.
Nobody spent a hero point when you went down. Yeah, I suppose someone could have.
You guys still have all your hero points. It's the
Yeah,
last
I was-
resource.
I used it on myself.
Yeah, I wasn't even in the room, so.
Yeah,
there's
and
a fruit.
I went down first.
Yeah, actually, nobody was in the room with
No.
you when you went down. The thing was, though, I mean, in theory, we get to, if I remember Chris's ruling, we get to move our movement speed to use our hero point to try and save you.
Yeah. Anywho, Grundle,
Yeah,
it's
anyway.
your turn.
Alright, at this point, I think me trying to make a medicine check on Suvi would do more damage than actually doing nothing. So. Because if I fail, then oh boy. I'm just gonna move him on top of Rex and we're gonna
Okay.
get out of here.
You kind of look at Subi's wounds and kind of like, I don't know how to help you. You just throw him onto Rex.
Then I'll climb on too, and then. Nephros, come on, we're leaving now.
Alright, fine. This does not mean I approve of you choosing this lizard over everyone else.
Okay, you can't all be on the lizard.
No, I just meant like we're going.
No,
Yay.
yeah, I won't go on the lizard.
Okay,
And
yeah, I
then,
was allowing Grundle and Suvi. Also,
That's
Rex
okay.
can move right after Grundle's turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna as fast as we can move to get out of here.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that should be a dash for him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna double check. I think they can only move 30. Yep, they can only move 30. I just accounted for the squeezing. Alright.
Good.
Rex is done. Jeeves. Won't hurt my friends, foul devil. Going to...
Oh.
What are you gonna do, old man?
Don't sacrifice your life, Jeeves. It's overrated.
Well,
A monk told me that once.
I'm going to hurt you. But you'll have to hurt me first. And, Nephros, you see him, like, kind of shimmer a bit, and you see multiple Jeeveses emanating from Jeeves. He turns into a mirror image of himself. Now,
And he-
which one of us is the real old man?
Many Jeevi.
3
God.
Jeeveses appear. He then interposes himself between Klondorn and the door. And it's Klondorn's turn. Well, we can certainly try. He lunges for Jeeves, and he's going to attack with his claws.
Come on, loot Zardorak. Maybe he has healing.
Right. That would be 1 hit on Jeeves, so he's gonna roll a d20. Shit. I forget what the limit for mirror image was, but I think that is just about the limit. Because I do not want this to hit him. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target. Okay, that hits Jeeves.
Of course.
Jeeves
one.
takes 7 piercing damage, which he has some hit points now, so that doesn't hurt him that bad. And he's just almost half hit points to roll with. Right, then Klondorn goes and spins around, but his coattails are hiding that he has an invisible tail in his disguise. try and redirect it. Jeeves redirects it to one of his duplicates, which I'll make some physical duplicates. It disappears through one of the Jeeveses, leaving him unharmed. Alright. Vilma, it is your turn.
Suvi's not looking too good.
Anybody got a spell slot?
I don't think anybody has a spell slot.
No.
Though Vilma
spell
does have
slot.
at least some skills and maybe a positive wisdom score.
I do have a positive wisdom score. I will have a +2 to medicine. What do you think is the highest?
Yeah, I had a +1 to medicine, and we saw how well that went.
I have 0, so yeah.
I'll just toss Venric. I'll hand Venric over to Grundle.
No, toss me like a rag doll.
Yeah. I'm sure that can
One
go
of the death
fine.
save, whatever.
Physics noises.
And then I guess I'll use my action on Suvi because he's looking real bad.
Okay.
I'll use my action. Hopefully,
God.
Chris, you can turn on the 20s now if you want.
Yeah, hold on, I'm turning on the 20s. We just, there we go.
Remember the safety
They're turned
ground.
Okay, good.
Turn it
my
Yep,
God.
there it goes.
We
A
not
little
have this stupid rule that kills us when we fail medicine checks.
Suvi.
Does
I do a
anyone,
bad rule.
does anyone want to spend a hero point?
I do, yeah.
Hero point.
Alright.
Give it to me.
Vilma tries to heal Suvi, but it's not going so well. Suvi starts losing a lot of blood. Rundle, you spend your hero point. Make a wisdom saving throw.
The dice have turned against us. Yep.
Oh! You gotta be
My
kidding me.
God.
Roll 20. We're gonna have a talk after this.
Wow.
That's what we get for killing the Mind Flayer.
Can I use my saving throw on Grundle's saving throw?
Stop!
Easy
You're
turn.
hurting him. I'll allow it.
Okay, what
Wait,
do I do?
I was gonna say, can I like try and? Well, I mean, you're gonna. Yeah,
You're a
sure,
little
you have
far
better
away.
wisdom.
Um,
You have better wisdom.
Vilma,
We're just scrambling, trying to stop him from bleeding to death. Ah, no! Ah!
I'm gonna have you make a strength saving throw, Vilma.
Okay.
You
cool.
try to
Plus
shove
2.
Grundle off of him
Oh
because
my
he's hurting
God.
him even
Oh,
worse.
boy.
Here.
I don't know who this Cheswaldo guy is, but it should...
Oh yeah. Oh wait, that wasn't Vilma at all. Hold on.
No,
That-
it had +2 to the strength save.
Yeah.
I think it was still Vilma.
Wow.
Okay. Suvi has fallen.
Well, Rex gets his. Rex gets his.
Rex is not a hero.
I think
He
at
is
this
in my
point,
eyes.
Can't be.
I
He
think
has-
at this point we
can't-
have to accept the emergent narrative.
My skull right down there. It is.
It seems that Suvi is worse for wear.
No!
Get thee to a priest. Suvi, what are your last words as your life fades away for now?
Remember the safety grab.
What?
Nope, that's it. That's the last words.
G Graham.
The safety
I'm
grab.
unconscious. I don't know.
I'll read through the pamphlet and see the best way to do this, because I never.
Oh
read
shit,
it
he has
every time
a
you-
pamphlet on how to heal people in it.
Weird.
He kept
Shouldn't use
pointing
that
towards
scroll
his
if you're
jacket.
wounded.
You guys kept stabbing it. You're like, the blood's not coming from here.
Always
Oh well.
obey and conform to OSHA compliance.
Safety.
Suvi has fallen. This is not good.
Unfortunate.
Ephros.
Have to fist
Really
fight
glad
that
there's a
cleric
bone
again.
devil in this fucking place.
All right. Well. All right. Venric is.
Still
Dying, but he has 2 successes.
Yes.
He's just kind of rolling unconscious.
Yeah. So he could afford a fuck up, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, you could
This guy
afford
is
2 of
doing
them if
someone
you had to put a number on it.
Hey. All right.
Some GMs do this in private.
All right. Well, I am going
Just make
to.
medicine not do anything instead of kill them.
I'm going to bonus action dash, and then I'm going to try to Medicine.
Just save
Hey!
all part of the game. Oh, hello.
Eric is stabilized.
Cool.
Barely passable roll. That's all we wanted.
You love to see it.
It's above a 10 at all.
Yeah.
And I still have a wee bit more movement, so I'll move back here. And if you'll allow it, I'm going to pull out my laser rifle.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right, cool.
Okay. So it would be Suvi's turn here. Suvi. A Duragar pops over the side. Hey! Are you fighting that priest in there? That guy scares the shit out of me.
Oh no, it's not the priest, it's a devil. He's full on evil.
Yeah, he's a bloody devil, not like me with horns, but like a real devil.
I fucking suspected as much. Come on. I'm going in with you.
In where?
Suvi, I'll let you control this Duragar.
Oh, he's a good guy.
It'll take me a while to give you control and visibility, so for now, let me just... Here. Yeah, I can give it to... Damn. I can't without creating a new Duragar. Hold on. We'll hold.
Factor Duragar.
Old.
Rundle, what are you thinking about doing for your next turn while this is going on?
Just get out of here,
It's pretty good.
wherever the exit is. I'm assuming back the way we came.
You guys did come down through a elevator.
Oh, that's broken now, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, the other elevator's
Wait.
fine, but it's in the other room. This one is not.
Not this one. Yeah. However we got here, the way we came, I think we would go back, right? Just backtrack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the room with our plant buddy. Mm.
Alright. It's the new Duragar friend. He's a bit worse for wear, but he's a Duragar. Oh, dang. There. Now, can you control that card? Doesn't seem so. Not there.
Ah, I was rebooting.
Oh, I see.
Hey.
You can control it. I don't think you have visibility with him, so I'm going to try and update token
Nope.
itself. Vision, night vision, 60 feet dark vision, save settings. Alright,
Okay, well, I have vision. Hooray.
right. You can control him for now. He seems to have turned sides.
Well, guess I'll just have him dash in and do something.
Become big.
It's
That
true.
is a good point.
He hasn't
That an
become
action?
big. That is an action to do so.
Well, I guess I'll just undash then. Go. Hey.
Oh,
Yep, now I'm in the sub room. How'd that happen?
I was trying to grab him.
Get big. Get
Get
big.
big. Get big.
Right.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
You, well,
Come
Gonlor,
on,
as his
demon.
name is, enters the room.
Come
and
on, diamond.
begins. Just gonna. There. Now the camera can see it as well. Cool. You get back there. All right.
I'll have my vengeance with this new meat puppet.
Benric is unconscious. Rundle, turn.
Alright. Is Venric able to be lifted onto the lizard?
You can carry him on the lizard.
I'm an
All
object
right.
now.
I'll do that.
All right.
And then have just Rex boot it towards the door, I assume?
Sure.
Like our first waypoint over yonder.
All right. 1, 2, 6. They're moving over here-ish. They can do a second move. They have a climb speed, so they're gonna go 2, 6. So they're climbing over this apparatus as fast as they can go, carrying all the people on their back.
Yep.
Alright. It's Jeeves' turn. Not sure what's going on in there. I can tell that Jeeves is saying the laser pistol, because, well, it's the biggest damage we can do right now. Well, that's fun. Klondorn's turn. You know what? I think Jeeves might try to run for it. He knows that you guys have gotten some distance away. He's gonna go 1, invoking an attack from Klondorn. It's their claw. Misses Jeeves. I think. Jeeves, do you have any AC? Yes, he does.
I remember 11.
He has 14.
Oh, 14 now. That's great.
Okay, he's gonna move out through this room. Several Jeeveses appear, and see the embiggened Durgar. Oh, no! Another one! Shit. Excuse me, my good sir. I am a mere servant of the Durgar. You may pass. Do not harm me. Vilma, it is your turn.
Okay. Velma's turn. Here we go.
Build 1,
Ooh,
1.
that's that guy. Okay. There we go.
Gonlor!
Just close the door. And I'm joining you.
I'll make sure to really just lay my boots into Zardarok as I run over him.
Alright,
Take him real quick for potions.
you hear a
He didn't
crunching
have
of
any
glass
sense.
underneath your feet.
Too late for me.
Just kidding. Alright, Ephros, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Do I guard the door ready to shoot? Or do I give this Durgar a noble death and run back with everyone else?
Zui just keeps possessing dwarves and running in.
Oh, my dwarven proficiency means I can pilot dwarves, right?
I don't know, Nephros kind of cares about Jeeves.
Sorry, it took me a second.
The polyglot has fallen.
Godlord calls for aid.
Now I can see the doorway at least. Alright, Nephros is he's gonna shout it back to everyone else. I'm quick on my feet, I'm gonna try and help cover Jeeves' escape.
Don't die.
I'm gonna back around the door and I'm gonna train my laser rifle on the doorway where Jeeves is.
Alright. Ready that action. Ask
Yeah, it's
Gonlor.
ready.
Gonlor, it is your turn. Motivation? You were sus of Zardarok to begin with, and now that you know he's working with the devil, you're full on against him. You don't want that mucking up the Durgar lives.
We're going low.
Carly
Don't
walks
muck
on
it up.
stage. Alright, what's my motivation?
Roar.
Push your way through the door. Get back here, you old man! Oh, I totally forgot to give him a turn. Oh well, he was so stunned. Gonlor pushes into the room.
Moosh.
Did that take all your speed? They have 25.
Oh yeah, that's slow as shit. Alright, well it's a dash then.
Right.
Eight,
Nope.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, right? So you can get here.
Then ready the action.
Yeah. That's
Right.
what I'll do.
Come and get some! Fenric Grundle. Just
Right.
piloting the
I'm
gaggle.
just curious, would it be faster? I don't know if it affects it that much. If I got off and just let Venric and Suvi be on the lizard, and I would run
You
with
would
it.
be faster, but the lizard
I would. It
wouldn't
still
move
would be
much
the
faster.
same. Okay, I'll just stay on it then. I wasn't sure if I was laboring it at all.
Please don't leave us alone. It might be our
Nope.
corpses.
Nope, yeah, so we'll just keep going.
Right. 60 feet.
Yeah.
Let's go. I think that's 60 feet. Chance. I can move further. Make sure I got this you. That's the- Okay, it bursts through the doorway and then starts running around back the way you came. Jeeves' turn. It's
Doesn't
coming,
make my
Nephros! It's coming!
Gross.
It's gonna rush past Nephros. Well, actually, he'll just rush to Nephros and then ready his pistol. It's Klondorn's turn. You filthy heathen. Klondorn's just gonna take out a claw.
Smaller than him.
Ah, that's classic Klondorn.
Classic Klondorn. Gonna claw Gonlor. 7 piercing damage to the
Make his
Gonster.
reaction.
Yep, he had his reaction as soon as he came close. Right.
Add some stuff to that.
Sure. I'll say he has a hammer with him. And 12 plus, what is his plus normally? 4. 16. Does that hit? That does. So, the damage, while you're enlarged, is 7. And, I'm gonna say Gonlorn is a exceptional dwarf. He has 2 attacks.
Wow.
Level up.
Hell yeah.
Matt, you gotta play this guy instead.
Well, I mean, he defeated the
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
dwarves
play
that
this
were at
guy
the
instead.
location.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh, natural 20.
Hey!
Alright,
That's a new character.
Hit the 4+.
Where were you, natural 20, when we needed you?
Where the fuck were you?
oh, I'm also realizing it's not adding the strength bonus to these secondary damage things. So actually that should be 2 more damage. That's actually a problem throughout most of my characters that I've used this technique on, so I have to keep an eye out for that.
Well,
Okay.
fix your crap.
Secret technique.
So I'm gonna have you roll 2d8s and then add 2. Their strength. Right.
11.
It's 11 damage.
Shiny diamond.
Alright. Klondorn continues with his assault. Poor Gonlor took 7 to the Chrome Dome. Klondorn is
Come on,
going.
Gonlor, carry the game.
Shouldn't have named him Gonlor. Klondorn attacks Gonlor.
Yeah, classic Klonglon.
Glom. Right.
Glorman, Glurgan, Glockenspiel.
Alright, that is probably gonna hit Gonlor.
Someone has a shield, right?
I mean, that is in his armor class.
Be 18.
Let's see, piercing. What is Gonlor's armor? His scale mail. Great. Okay. Well, wasn't it fun playing Gonlor for a while? Gonlor
Yeah, it was
shrinks
great.
down to
Did
their
a
normal
crit.
size
Fuck
and is dying.
Wait, where are those heroes that were supposed to help me?
Where the...
I'll help you, heroes.
Pierced through the neck by a barbed devil.
Alright, Klondorn's then going to slowly move out to the doorway.
My son,
You
Maine
catch a
lives
glimpse
on.
of him, Nephros and Jeeves. Fire at will!
Fire at will. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh,
2
God.
6s. The lasers collide with each other, and then they, in a little burst of light, disperse.
And
Across the
how?
screens.
I don't think that was supposed to happen. I thought that you were going to shoot first.
I mean, yeah, no, you're right. It's not my fault. I mean, you messed me up, Jeeves.
Film. It's your turn.
Oh, man. Rex, could you slow down, please? You went out this door, right?
Aye. Yeah, it's
Pop
back
open
the way
some
you came.
hammers. I go Quaggots.
all the destruction you've wrought.
Excuse me, pardon me. Okay, and okay.
Yeah, we were just dequagging this place.
Yeah, I had a little
Well,
bit
let's
of
quags.
Alright, anything else besides dashing?
Literally nothing I can do. I am dashing.
Yep, Nephros. Shoot and run.
Boy. You know what? That sounds like a good proposition to me. I feel like that doesn't happen.
It does, just barely hit.
Ooh.
Is that a sneak attack, though?
Oh, I don't believe it will be a sneak attack. I think it's just going to be the 21.
Alright, well, he is bloodied. You're just slowing me down. You can see that his form from his illusory disguise is starting to wane.
Yeah. All right, Chiefs, let's fall back and connect with everyone else and keep our eyes trained on this doorway.
Righto, my friend. Alright.
And then cunning action dash. I'll hang out right there.
Right. It's Gonlor's turn. Gonlor's left behind. Benric is conscious. Grundle continues to move
Blech.
with Rex. Go pretty much into the throne room, where Plurota has fled the scene at this point. The Mycan had moved out while you guys were indisposed in the next room. Alright.
Maybe we can catch up with it.
Wait, sorry. This is maybe unnecessary, but Chris, I do have a general question. I dropped in after missing a session, and we were just in this area. How did we get in here?
How did you get in here?
Yeah,
There's a doorway
like
up
this
here.
specific area. Hold on, let me zoom out. I can't see where you're picking.
How did I get here?
Do the draggy one. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There's a doorway up here.
Yes, I knew that. So I knew we came around through this area. When I started, we were down here by this elevator mechanism.
Took the elevator up.
Okay, so this elevator down here is still working.
Yes, there were two elevators. This one is
Yeah.
the one that Grundle is trying to get to.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to make sure because I didn't see a doorway down here. All right.
Yep, the other option, I suppose it's an option, is to escape into the Underdark, which is through the North Tunnel, where the Umber
Oh,
Hulk
boy.
left.
Yeah, that sounds like a no-no to me.
And leave
Alright.
all the dogs behind?
I
The
know,
only
right?
reason we would do that is because Grundle has a new lizard pet.
Yeah.
I
I am in
love
charge.
all my pets.
Kind
I
of.
don't know.
Can I drive the lizard?
That's all I got.
Can I please drive the lizard?
Give me a character sheet for all 8 dogs, and I'll use them as a hive mind.
You can control the dog. Suvi.
Or I'm keeping from
Okay,
the dead.
Suvi died in Age of Empires, so now he controls Gaia.
Bloop.
Alright, it's Jeeves' turn. Jeeves is gonna do a similar shoot and scoot. Well, you can't win them all. Good day.
I would like to win one.
I'd like to win one, please. Alright, Jeeves runs. It's Klondorn's turn.
No.
He just goes into this room, and you just hear him cackling after you guys. Remember my name, and remember that Asmodeus won this day. Alright. Vil.
Yo, that's a stupid name.
Alright. Well, clam dork over there is yelling at us. Oh, fucking step on quiet bodies.
They're very angry still.
Oh, I'm mad at them too. We're all mad here.
Look at all the ones that got enraged.
Yeah.
Alright,
They don't like 2/3 of my health because I let them do that. Ugh.
Nephros.
Boy, howdy. All right. So I can back out pretty far as long as I have line of sight to this doorway.
Would have line of sight if he popped through the door far enough.
Yeah, exactly. If he popped into like this square or this square, I have line of sight.
Right.
I'm just measuring it real quick. Yeah, because that's 95, and then the other one is 100. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there and ready my action to shoot anything that walks through into these two spaces.
Right. Vendrick, Grundle can go pretty much back to the elevator. I might have grabbed Quaggoth in there. No.
Yeah.
Ew, what the fuck?
Get
I
up.
mixed Suvi up with the Quaggoth and left his body behind.
No.
Alright,
Alright, I think we'll just wait for Nephros and Bilma and the rest of the gang.
yeah. Vilma, Shaggy, Scooby, all the rest of them.
Yeah. Thirst Trap Belma.
I mean,
this is
whoa,
gonna miss
all right.
trips.
Alright, the elevator.
New personality trait revealed.
Let me just kind of see where the elevator's at right now.
Very top. Here it comes.
It's at the very top of the fortress. It's gonna take 2 minutes for it to arrive.
It's at the
No.
top of the fortress.
No.
If you think that's scary, let me know.
Like and
God.
subscribe. Alright, Chief's gonna hightail it. We're just dashing this round.
Yeah.
Alright. Vilma, it is your turn.
Please tell me that it's not here. Fuck.
We're waiting for the elevator.
Scheiße. Okay.
Get on in. The water's fine.
It's not gonna fit everybody.
We'll make it fit. It just has to go down, right?
It has to go up. There is a
Ah,
chain rattling as
We're
it
at the
starts
bottom.
moving to the middle floor.
You hear an ethereal voice in the back of your head. Don't break the bloody elevator, you stupid shit.
Where's the?
I was hoping it was. I wasn't sure
Where's
where
the
we were. I was
lever?
hoping we'd have to just go down and we could just drop.
Where's that chain?
Well, the chain would theoretically be like right there.
Okay.
It's like right where the elevator.
Cool.
Yeah, there's like two of them. And they're like slowly. One of them's going up. One of them's going down. You know. All right. Anything else, Vilma?
Yeah. I was just debating whether it's possible to grab onto that chain without getting hit by the elevator itself.
There is always that risk. If it wasn't moving, you'd be able to climb it probably.
Yeah. It'll be easier if it just takes us up there. Should I try and get Venric up? Or Suvi? Grabbing onto the chain? Just you, Grundle. You're the only person I can talk to here.
Vilma asks Grundle a question.
What?
Instead of waiting for the elevator, should I bring Venric or Suvi up? On the chain?
Oh, here's Venric, and I'll throw. Since he's later, I'll throw her Venric.
Throw a half wolf, half gnome body.
Here, I
Going
got it.
long.
All right, Hail Mary.
Roll to catch, death saving throw.
2 minutes is a long time. I'm gonna see if I can go for it.
Okay. You begin climbing. All right. So first we'll do an athletics check just to climb.
Yeah,
up.
I'll just hold on to it since I'm also holding Venric. I'll just try and hold on.
Okay.
But
It'll
I
be
will-
a bit easier.
Roll. So athletics.
Yep.
Okay.
Easy peasy. You grab on with your Goliath might, holding Venric, and you start ascending slowly with the chain. Nephros, it seems Klondorn isn't emerging. Probably could have. He has enough speed to, but he didn't.
Golly. Alright, alright, Jeeves, if I back around this next corner, you think you can follow me?
Of course, Master Nephros. I would follow you to the ends of the earth. Unless I die.
Alright, well, I'm not planning on cashing in that life debt so early. You better follow me.
Me neither. Alright.
Yeah.
Grundle time.
And also, it goes without saying, but writing my action to shoot anything that comes through there, that's scary.
Sure.
I'm still gonna wait to actually trigger the elevator until Nephros and Jeeves are in, so...
Okay. Jeeves will move around. Round,
Do we-
get around.
I know Grundle's intellectual assessment is not the right tool to ask of this, but do we know that the elevator can carry all of us up, including this fucking lizard?
I assume it can.
Or should we start with some amount of people going up first?
That's why I
It
started
can hold
going
the
up already.
lizard and one dude, probably.
Yeah.
Not all of you.
Yeah, okay, so somebody should be getting on this elevator to start.
I'm going up right now.
Right, at a minimum, someone should.
Right. Klondorn does not appear to be pursuing. Vilma. Your turn.
I mean, I'm holding on to the Venric and I'm holding on to a chain that's pulling me up, right? So.
Yep.
I'm doing that. I'm just maintaining it.
Right. You continue on your way up. As you get towards the middle floor, the elevator starts to intersect with you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw or an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I think I'll just try and see if I could get some swing movement out of that and use acrobatics.
Okay.
It's the same bonus either way, so. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
Thank you, dice.
Hey!
You try to swing, the chain is kind of like jerking against you, and you kind of run up the wall a little bit. Now make a dexterity saving throw.
Now we're making that dexterity saving. I can't. Dice!
Don't worry, everyone. I'm going up there.
The walls are so slippery!
Oh
Another death.
I don't have spell slots for Featherfall.
shit! So anyway, here's Featherfall.
No.
That's 4 damage.
Okay, we're good. We're still alive. Ow!
That's 5 damage.
Still good.
Okay. You are there. You are
I'm
on
there.
the ground,
Ow.
and it hurts.
This is a very bad day, guys.
So I also technically take fall damage, so I might just
I'll
need to roll
shield
saves.
him with my body.
Vilma, I will
have
say,
to.
since she is bigger than you and trying to protect you, she curled you into her body.
You're my special little guy right now, okay?
Vilma and Grundle and the no good, absolutely not great, very bad day.
So how much HP does Grundle have, Shane?
How much what?
How much HP does Grundle have?
7.
Oh, we have double digits if we add them together. I have 3.
Nice.
Hey, that's pretty good.
The lizard has more health than us right now.
You guys aren't going to believe this. Jeeves has more health than any individual one of you.
Yes. And
I mean,
gets
you
shot
He's
might
the
believe
tank.
Wow.
He has mirror image up. He's the tank.
Yes.
Anything else you wanna rub in?
Jesus, our tank right now.
Through necessity, I suppose. You guys convene in this room for the next few turns. It doesn't seem that Klondorn is going to follow you, not even for a Klondorn bar. Vilma readies themselves, and the elevator slowly descends towards you guys. Eventually, it lands, and you can hear the sounds of combat breaking out in the distant room where you just were. It's echoing through the arrow slits and into the throne room. It seems that the Durgar are in an all-out kind of battle. You're not sure what side is winning, but you're not about to stand and find out. You guys
The Umber
ascend.
hooks have come back.
Right. I forgot Jeeves. Also, Venric seems to have formed. It's fine. You know he's unconscious.
Jeeves.
Jeeves. Alright. You guys are back here.
All right. What way was out?
North was out, and then
Yeah.
west, and then
Go
south.
left.
Though, you guys do see that the crank and the lever on the door that operate the gate mechanism still need to be opened.
Okay. Let's get this turned. Does how
Just
did
takes
it
an
work?
action.
Did it stay open though, or do we
It did stay open.
Yeah, there's just one on each side of the gate.
Yeah. The
Cranky
crank cranks
Alright.
open the portcullis, and the lever opens the door.
Yeah, I'll do one of those.
Sure. Each of you grabs one, and the gates are open.
Okay. Let's be careful. Oh, get the fuck away from here.
All right, let's go.
All right. Jeeves and Rex follow suit wherever you guys will go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Just
For cover our
crippling
six, I'll keep a gun trained on that elevator.
Grundle, as you're going into this hallway, you hear shouting from the other side. Someone's opened the gates! What the hell's going on here?
Okay, run! Run!
Vermosgard! Ah!
What's all this?
Oh wait, that's good. That's good.
Wait, oh yeah,
That
that's
is
is that
good.
the good one?
People
That's the good name.
are beginning to shout on the other side of the doorway up ahead, with combat breaking through. Yeah, ahead of you guys are double doors, yet unexplored, and to the east, of course, is a long hallway, and to the south is, well, front door. Where will you go?
South, south, south.
Yeah, I figured you might take that answer. but,
Limping.
you know.
Absolutely limping.
Blood Rex freedom awaits.
Hell yeah. You guys leave amidst the ensuing distraction and carnage. Show you alive. Alright. And you guys make your escape out into the frozen cold. And with that,
Oof. Frozen cold.
frozen cold. The windy chill of Sunblight Citadel. Oh, remember this screen? It's a nice screen. Oh, Rosetta's dead.
And
Jeeves
Among
is
other
hurt.
things.
It's Suvi,
And Suvi.
and we need to add a Rex.
Oh, right. I forgot Rex.
Oh, you can probably pull a sled and then we can redistribute our dogs.
You probably could. Rex
Well,
seems
hope he's
less
not
than willing
cold-blooded.
to exit the fortress like you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is cold-blooded and it's,
He will
snowing
probably
outside.
die
Freezing.
out here. You will
No,
need an
you
animal
just go
handling
sleepy
check.
sleep, and then he sleep forever.
I
Either
mean,
way.
I'll try my best to comfort him.
As he dies.
I'll put a. Can I
Just
put
have
like
good
a
old yell it down.
one of my? What do I have? I think I have an extra coat or something.
Just wrap him
Some
up
extra
in a
clothes to
human
put over him or
coat.
something.
Make an animal handling check as you try to wrap up
Alright.
Rex really quick.
Alright.
There's
That's pretty
a
good.
bear pelt that is on Venric's sled.
Or
Alright.
Suvi's
Well,
dead body.
you need to get down there first. Grundle takes his crag cat
Just saying, the stuff.
fur and then puts it on top of Rex to try to guard them from the cold.
Hey, kid, I mean, listen, I might have thought it was a bad idea for you rescuing this thing, but I mean, he's not going to make it out here. The best help you can do is tell him to go help those dwarves secure the interior palace.
I used a spell slot on that. I'm just saying.
It's not
I'm
going to
not leaving
live
without
out
my
here.
investment.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't need it.
Listen, he can either die out here or he can live a better life helping to save people in there.
All right, I'll just look at Rex. What do you want to do, bud?
Rex seems willing to follow you, now that you've, like, put the hide on them, but they're still anxious about leaving the fortress. This is their home, and they live underground. They're not used to the surface.
No.
Icewind Dale is usually a death sentence for a cold-blooded creature such as this.
Oh no. Grundle has regrets.
Oh no, what are these?
Go-
The consequences of my actions?
Go help your friends. Rex, I need that coat back. Go ahead
Just
and
leave!
fight for them.
Just leave.
Get out of here, you big dumb animal!
I'm always gonna remember you as my first lizard.
Rex bows their head to Grundle, allows you to rub their head a bit. They get in
Yay.
some pets before looking at you, and they watch you leave as they turn back into the fortress. One furtive glance over their shoulder.
Fox and
Orchestral
Hound
music
has been applied.
swells.
Friends never say goodbye.
I think his friends are the ones working for the bad guy, though. So.
It's fine, it's technicalities. Also,
they'll figure
Grundle,
it out.
don't think this is going to make me forget that you valued a lizard over more than our lives. I'm not going to forget that.
Okay. We can figure that out after we get out of here.
Right. You guys
Don't
leave.
forget that Grundle is a child, and apparently has object permanency with concepts of death and issues like this.
Low
What did
intelligence
Sylvie
does
go?
not mean emotionally insensitive.
No, it's not emotionally insensitive. He's just blindly moving forward.
Hey, it's very helpful at moving the bodies.
It was.
That's right.
Very true.
Right. You guys descend the ramps, still covered in snow. And as you do, there is a flash of oddly colored light before you. As this happens, a figure manifests.
It's Jesus.
Is it oral?
They are floating
Deforming.
before you, and they are very disapproving. A crow, flaps its wings and scraws at you from their shoulder, their white skin and horns just glowering over you. Oh, that's not them. Hold on. Recognize her.
Oh,
It is
Angry
Avarice.
Great.
lady.
I'm
Hitman
so glad that she
Avarice
decided
has
to show
shown
up
up.
right now. Yep.
She looks down at you. I know you all. You all were supposed to be foretold to help me. Well, I thought you let that dragon loose. Aren't you going to go, destroy it?
Yeah, on our way right now. It's great seeing you again.
Uh-huh. Well, if
Yes.
you're gonna go destroy it like fool heroes that you are, can't do it looking like that.
Oh.
I need you alive for my purposes.
Yeah.
She waves her staff of ice, and manifests several little flashes of light in front of you. She dispenses 5 superior healing potions. Really? She looks disapprovingly at Suvi. Fine.
What?
And-
I'm dead. I can't do anything about it.
She reaches into her pocket and throws a scroll case at you guys. Heal up.
Face seems strangely disapproving.
Heal
For a
up.
dead body.
And
Okay.
I'll get to work on your sleds. She flies off towards your sleds at the encampment. Excuse me, What the? She flies away.
Who was that?
I don't need your help and I don't know you anything.
Fuck
Alright,
was
we should
that?
probably drink these potions, right?
Yeah,
I don't even know who you are.
Hold on. How does the scroll work?
Yeah, hold on. Give it to Jeeves. He knows how to read.
Ooh.
Nephros
That's
heals for
superior.
31.
Nice.
Bundle
How do we
heals
roll?
31.
31.
All right, let's get 3.
Vilma heals 4.
It's gotta
32.
be less.
31 like the straight
6.
average.
No, 24.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna be less.
Huh, my health on my token's not updating, but
Oh,
when I
Yeah.
click
Yeah.
on myself, I have it.
it is for me.
Yeah,
And-
all right,
Yeah, like
Benric,
yours is fine
It
on
does
mine,
that's
but
fine.
that's fine. I'll refresh.
Benric is
Make sure
fed
the
the
sheet's right.
healing potion and regains 26 hit points. Here you go, Master Venric. Drink. Be healthy. I don't need it.
He puts it in a sippy cup.
Sorry, I tried steeping it with some oolong.
It's not a good thing to wake up to. Did we get out?
Yes, there's also news. Avarice is here. Do you remember Avarice?
no.
Why the fuck is she here?
She gave us these potions. I'm not sure what she wants. She said she needed us alive. She needed us to kill the dragon.
She teleported out of nowhere.
We're all pretty certain that she's some evil bitch, right?
Oh, definitely, like 100%.
Okay.
This is extremely confusing.
Her name is
I-
Avarice. What the fuck?
I'm
Kinda.
so confused.
She also gave us this. Jeeves holds up the scroll case.
What for?
I don't know. I can look inside. But Nephros, you can detect magic, yes?
Yes, let me take a look at that.
You eye over the runes. Your detection can detect that there is magic coming from within the scroll case. Doesn't seem to be anything trap-wise on it, so you open it up and pull out what appears to be an evocation scroll. Or, sorry, not an evocation scroll, a necromancy scroll.
Evil.
I don't know about that.
Paper
She-
diamonds.
She looked at Suvi and then tossed a scroll to us, and it says necromancy. I'd reckon it's something that brings him back.
Where
we
is
got one
Suvi?
potion left to spare that we can toss to him.
Jeeves
really hard to
gestures
miss
to,
Bambi.
Don't
Grundle
mind the white
carrying Suvi.
Corpse sitting there.
Oh no. Alright, give me that fucking scroll.
Yeah, put him down, kid.
Do you know how to use this thing?
Mm,
About
Yeah.
to find out.
you know, if anyone can make this somewhat less
I can't get
unholy, I
more
think I
dead.
can do it. Can't get more dead. It's a divine spell, technically, right? Or not?
It is a, well, make a religion check.
Okay.
Jesus check.
Fuck, what is that under?
Wisdom. Oh, no, intelligence. Sorry. It's your knowledge of religion.
Intelligence.
Average.
It's average. Not sure exactly what this is. You can tell it's some sort of divine scroll. There is an inscription. Reading it might do something. Hope it's
I would
good.
like to read it.
Alright. Begin reading the scroll. It is a bit beyond a paladin of your level, but it is on your spell list. Get exactly the rules for reading scrolls, but I'm going to rule it that there is probably some small chance for failure.
You
I'm
know
gonna have
what?
you make a spell casting check. So,
Yes.
charisma check.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to Suvi and get prepared and like clear my throat, get ready to read everything out loud.
I will help you get your levels ready.
Rub-a-dub-dub, bring back this lug.
Levels? Is that a bard thing? Do you hum to yourself to like get all the?
Well,
I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
Vilma might be using their manager thing. Or is that just for attacks?
I just have
That's just for
inspiration
attacks.
already.
I'm just trying to help however I
Yeah.
can. I don't know.
Alright. What was the roll again?
Charisma. Just flat charisma.
Flat charisma. So charisma check.
Does my dead body still provide resistance
Okay.
to fear?
This is a totem of anti-fear. I do have inspiration from something because I have it checked off on
have
my
inspiration.
sheet, so I'm going to use that.
It's
I
inspiration.
don't think this is sufficient.
It's that thing that never works, especially when you want to be alive.
Do you? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You
Venric,
skip.
you begin
I gotta
reading
figure
the
out
scroll.
how to add a -4 to all my abilities.
Venric, you begin reading the scroll, and at first it's not really working, but something starts to begin happening. Like, some
No more
light
bye-bye
is coming from beneath
honeydew.
Suvi. You start chanting louder. Vilma's kind of like echoing what you're saying and adding a bit of bardic harmony to it. And as your voice gets louder and louder, echoing your chant within another tongue down the mountains, Suvi turns to life, thanks to a Raise Dead spell.
Oh. Oh.
Suvi coughs up blood that was clotting his body.
Where's my golden acorn?
Where is it? I spent a lot on that.
It's still in your fur, right where you left it.
So is this the one that gives you the huge minus penalty, or is that resurrection?
Sure is.
Yay.
Can I do? Well, now you can drink a potion at least, and it'll work.
You get 23
on your
hit
not
points.
corpseified body.
Huzzah! 1 plus 23 is 24.
You're alive.
I can breathe.
I can fight.
So coming back from the
Seriously?
dead
This
is an
hole in
ordeal.
my hand is the only thing that killed me.
I forgot that's what did it.
What was it?
It was a hole in your hand for trying to tackle the barbed devil.
And yeah, you
There
bled
are
to
grundle
death.
scratches all over my neck.
So you have a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. That gets reduced by 1 every time you finish a long rest until the penalty becomes 0. So in 4 days you will be back to normal, but until then, you're oofsville.
You should take some of these rations and just like, sit and just relax for a bit. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to do.
What happened? Why is the witch here?
The witch, the white witch of the wastes has arrived. She's fucking with the dogs, it seems.
It sounds like she needs us all alive for whatever her plan is, which means that it's got to be much, much worse than whatever fucking
And
Cloud
I don't
Face's
remember who
plan
she
was.
is.
She was at the basement in one of the towns.
Whose
Yeah.
basement?
Underneath the keep at Care
Yeah.
Konig, I think it was.
It was the speaker's house.
Caer Dineval. It's
Care Dinaval.
It's where your tavern currently is.
Yeah, the southernly one
Uh,
of the two Cares.
yeah, I have no idea.
Remember
She
this
was in
whole
the
cult
basement.
thing?
You guys met her. She just kind of dismissed you guys as you guys threatened her life. She said, "I don't care about you guys," and then she walked out. And she cone of
Okay.
colded a bunch of civilians on her way out.
Oh
freezing them
yeah,
to
okay,
death.
that starts to ring a bell.
It was all the dogs, actually.
Yeah, it was the dogs too. It was people and dogs. It was
Yep.
both.
Just
She
a bunch of
was
people.
Vicious. Avariciously vicious.
Yeah.
God, hot though, kind of. Anyways,
You guys
Rest.
go down to where your sleds are being tampered with by Avarice. Well, I think that ought to do it.
This still doesn't make us friends.
Nephros leans over to Vilma. Oh yeah, you're right. I would.
yeah, for sure.
Well,
Why
by
you
no
keep whispering
means.
that? Stop looking at the bad guy.
Listen, Miss Avarice, if that is your real name.
That is what I call
Oh,
myself.
I hope you don't think we're indebted in any way to you just because you've given these potions.
I
We are
am.
going to go and fight this dragon because it's our personal duty and desire to defend the Dale.
Yes, well, I have been informed from reputable sources that you will change your mind. Anyway, I've outfitted your sleds. They should be able to fly for a short period. It should be able to get you back to at least 10 towns. What? No, thank you.
No.
Actually, yeah, thank you, honestly.
No, don't thank the bad guy.
Suvi's alive now?
We could have
Hello?
figured out something back at some other towns. Look,
I
she's
love you. Is that
Suppose
was that right?
Regardless of how I feel about you as a person, I do owe
No,
you my
Grundle.
life in some display.
You love a different pale white tiefling.
No, this is like a different love,
Grown-up
I think.
version.
Like the mommy daddy love or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Not that I
please.
ever had that really, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
This
he's
is
trying
what
to
you
serve
imagine
it,
it would
mommy.
be.
Oh, jeez. Well, that just ruins it for me.
Or does it make it better?
Fenric starts like choking on a fur ball. No,
A
that was
furball.
gross. That's a gross thought. Don't bring that up again.
Right. As you guys lick your wounds a bit and hop onto your sleds that seem to be hovering just a bit off the ground, the dogs themselves are kind of like floating in the air a little bit. They're like barking at each other. A few of them are like doing some anti-gravity shenanigans a bit. Now, I don't have too many spells left, so I won't be able to do much of any help fighting the dragon. Not that I would have risked my life anyway.
Yeah,
But I do
we
wish
know.
you luck, because like I said, need you alive. So come back alive and successful, please. 10 Towns needs to survive too. Better hurry. That thing is wreaking havoc.
You know, instead of speaking in all of these strange, like, metaphors and just not, like, very clearly, maybe you could just tell us straight why you want us alive or any of the information. Maybe
I
we could
don't
text
think
you more.
there's quite
Common.
enough time for that. And
I
besides, you have a dragon to catch.
Yeah, and Vendrick, do you know what a metaphor is? You just kind of said kill the dragon outright.
I don't know. I feel like maybe not, but
Odd Scrimblow, Odd
Something.
Russell.
upper sleeve.
Unscrunkly and Verald.
Mm-hmm.
And Jockey and Soli.
Oh, Bork.
Alright, we'll have fun defeating your dragon. You
I
guys
will.
fly off on your sleds.
Everyone's over the castle.
You guys level up.
Oh, God.
I'll
don't-
give you a goodbye kiss, Everest.
You don't regain any hit points, but you do gain back like 1 hit dice worth when you roll for your hit
Gotcha.
points.
Hell yeah.
Come again?
So, like, when you go to level up, however many hit points you gain by rolling your hit dice for the level increase,
Be
those are
added
max
to
hit points.
your- okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Look at that.
Oh, sorry, I
Oh,
forgot to turn
yeah.
off ones.
I'm still going lower, apparently.
Oh no!
Gondor lives! Oh, that 11 is the same as mine anyway, so we'll be taking that.
I do need to delete Gonlor, I think. I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
He is devil food.
Like, what's the point
worry,
where we
they
just
probably
take the
beat him.
average?
You're gonna take the average?
If you get a natural 1, I'll let you take the average.
Oh,
Which
I
is
got-
the
thank
two of you guys.
yeah.
I got a very low roll. However, I've rolled really high on a lot of other ones, so I'm just going to take it.
You look on your past and you think, I didn't really get hurt that much this time.
I could use a little hardship.
And what's hardship like fighting a dragon?
It would have been nice to have these 10 hit points earlier.
Do I get any additional spell slots as well?
Any
I'll
new
look it up.
spell slots that you gain, you will recover. In addition, during the trip, you can effectively gain a benefit of a short rest, but not a long one, not unless you want to risk the destruction of more of 10 towns.
Okay, I can get my bardic inspirations back with that at least.
And how many hit dice do we restore off that? Do we just get one?
You can
because we get an
you
extra
can
one?
spend
Yeah.
however much you have left.
Right. Okay. Boink. Oh, good. Let the good times are
Oh,
rolling.
goody.
Well, I think that's all I needed.
What the hell do I get? Six.
Well, I now have Aura of Protection, which seems like a fitting time for this to show up.
Yeah.
That's
I
a,
have-
that's a good thing.
I have more expertise.
Nice.
Yeah!
Very
Someone pass me the book.
nice.
Roving now.
Sorry?
Chris hasn't learned
Can
expertise.
someone
from
pass me the book?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me just
Yeah, one sec, let me get my car.
Which ones?
Let's look for D&D
Volos and
Beyond.
Xanathars?
Yeah, I'll be there in 50 minutes.
I have a swimming speed and a climbing speed equal to my walking speed and increase
Is-
it by 5.
Is your thing in Tasha's?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I assume it's not up here, right?
I have Osh
I
Perception,
do.
one sec.
It should have it. Path of the Battle Rager? No, the Beast?
Yes, you get Bestial Soul, whatever that is. Again, if swimming and
Path
climbing.
feature +3. Ooh, I have 4 rages now.
Ooh, you can choose this ability.
Yeah, your 6th level Path of the Beast feature. Unfortunately, it's not letting me just share it with you. I figured it would, because I have the compendium. But, actually, I can just take a picture of it. and put it in the
Oh,
Discord.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, Path of the Beast. Okay.
Either way, put it in the chat.
Hey.
So yeah, the feral power within you increases, causing the natural weapons of your form to count as magical. That's going to be useful.
Thank you.
Right
Thank you,
now.
Jesus.
You can alter your form to help you adapt to your surroundings. When you finish a short or long rest, choose one of the following. You can do that now, which lasts until you finish your next short or long rest. You can gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed, and breathe underwater. Gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, and climb difficult surfaces, including up and side down on ceilings, so you get spider climb. Or you can get, when you jump, you can make an athletics check to extend your jump by a number of feet equal to the check's total. And make this special check only once per turn. So it's basically a free action just once a turn.
Pretty similar to what I got.
Ito.
How do I reach these
Cheeto
children?
burrito.
Counter charm.
I have plus 11 to stealth now, so let's get ready for some red 12s.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry,
Nice.
you'll get reliable talent, and then it's going to be red 22s.
Yeah, right, precisely.
Actually, you get red 25s right now for Mao.
I know. That's why I'm
Yeah,
like,
sure.
you'll get it.
Reliable talent leaves it red in the.
It does
it
if you
says?
rolled
Does.
a 1, but then it just sets it to 10.
Yeah.
Right, it remembers that you rolled a 1
Yeah.
which got set to a 10.
It's just the machine making fun of you, and it's great sometimes.
Yeah.
It'll be like double red 25s. Not your best work.
machine learning.
Still better than most people in existence.
Yeah.
That's rogues.
Also, so Aura of Protection is 10 feet. Anybody that's within 10 feet of me, when making a saving throw, creature gains bonus. Saving throws equal to your charisma modifier. So right now it's an extra +2. And you have to be conscious to get it. Good to know.
Oh, I was fucking with your health apparently, because it's different on this other screen. If Suvi and Venric remember what your health was, please set it to whatever it was. Damn it.
Touching.
I went to another screen and it was set to 0, so I was like, oh, that's not right, and I just went to change it.
Of course. Mine is still 44 where I left it. All right.
That's good.
It's really just
Probably roll some hit
taunting.
dice before I finish leveling up.
It's really taunting that we're about to fight a dragon and I'm not quite at the level where I get evasion.
Oh well. Maybe it's a
Yeah.
con save dragon. Then
You know,
doesn't
I
matter
don't have
anyway.
evasion either, if that makes you feel better.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't, so thank you.
I've got extra move speed.
But I got this.
And now as fast as it would have.
The dragon tries to harm us. I got you guys covered. Oh, Chris, could I also switch to duelist instead of dual wielding?
Attention, duelist.
Change your fighting style?
Fighting style, yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Tasha's lets you anyway. But we can say that through your significant trials, you've been watching Nephros and learning from him, and you've decided to take on a more twin strikey approach.
Yes, I do have an unused rapier, mostly.
Yeah.
So,
It's quite funny that especially even like the swashbuckler as a rogue really doesn't actually want to use a rapier.
Yeah.
Because you can't get the second attack with it, which is what you need to fish for sneak attacks.
Beats for.
Vilma's now like,
Your pain
Short
shall be
sword is only
twofold.
1.5 less damage. It's not that much of a difference.
I can do 2 attacks with it, because I got extra attack now.
Rapier.
You never get extra attack.
right, as you guys are flying and discussing your battle strategies with each other, you can see the dragon leaving Goodmead, which which is currently in flames.
Oh.
Dugan's hole is, from the looks of it, a smoldering crater. The
No.
dragon
Oh, no.
leaves a audible noise as it moves through the air. It's like flapping its wings, but there's like this energy coming out of the back of it. Just blasting as a jet engine moving towards East Haven.
It's Valstrix!
Yeah, it's a Valstrax, boy.
And it looks like you guys might be able to intercept it there, but that's about as quick as it can go. How are you guys doing on leveling?
I'm done.
Oh, mine was easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fairly easy level to.
I just gotta pick a new spell, guys. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Well, I suppose I should wait for you to do that before we get into the middle of combat, but,
Healing
Or the
word.
start of combat.
start of... That's true. It is kind of getting late. I don't know if I want to start a dragon battle right now. I don't know. What spells are you looking at, Vilma?
Bard spells.
Of
Oh,
what
nice.
element?
Nice. Those are the ones that you usually use.
I do usually use them. I can get mass healing word.
Helpful.
That one seems pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That one's in Tasha's.
If if healing word is you saying "get the fuck up" to somebody who's dead, mass healing word is you shouting it to everybody.
Yeah, I don't have regular healing word, but I think mass healing word might be worth it.
I mean, any bonus action healing is just really good for just getting people up and around.
Yeah, this one's.
You also tend to have a lot of bonus actions where you're like, well, I'm out.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you're like, I've used my
resources.
regular actions. Like, you don't often use your bonus action for anything else.
Bardic
spell.
Inspiration would be the other thing. So, any third levels popping out at me, I think I'll just go with that. Because, I mean, it's really good level with the spell magic.
What other third levels are there?
Lehman's Tiny Hut!
If you guys got ideas for a bard spell of 3rd level for Vilma to have,
Speak
in the
with
comments.
plants. Okay. 3rd level, speak with plants. That's
Plant
what I
tour.
want.
Perfect.
hell yeah.
Non-detection, even better. Oh god.
Plants of
Turn the
Icewind
trees
Dale.
Against him.
What?
I mean, do you
Help
get
us.
haste?
We're so
No.
cold.
Does bard not have haste? That's
No.
I'm just
Like they
looking through
would.
the I'm just looking through the list of 3rd level spells and just calling out stuff that like might be useful.
Catnap.
Oh shit. I have one
Hypnotic
extra spell
pattern
slot.
is always good.
Hypnotic pattern is there.
Though you do have like major image, so that does account for a lot of other spells, kind of. Like if you want to
It's
scare
really
people,
carrying the
it can
day.
kind of be fear. If you wanted to like distract people, it can kind of be hypnotic pattern, depending on, of course, the situation.
I do
Yep.
like fear.
I'll look in Tasha's to see if Bard got any spells added too.
Hmm.
I'm
I know that
looking
we're
at
kind of
it
like
now.
workshopping this all together, but
This is where mass healing word is, and slow as well.
Oh,
Extreme workshop.
Slow is very good.
Yeah.
slow is very good. I
No
learned
haste, but slow.
I learned the other day it can target up to 6 people. Didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Oh, it's good.
Oh,
It's,
Yeah, now we're just gonna have to face it in a bad guy one day.
It's like almost guaranteed to hit at least one person, and when it does, it cuts their actions in half. It even accounts for multi-attack, because it just says you can only make one attack each turn. So even though multi-attack is one action, it cuts it down to one attack.
healing word or slow?
Well, you could switch one of your existing spells out and get a new one, you know?
Yeah. I like
See, this is why I like playing marshals. I don't have to faff around with spells.
Yeah, I'm just gonna faff a bit, if that's okay.
It's also a good way to play, or if you want to play divine instead of like an arcane caster, because you just have access to everything. You just have to prepare them.
Yeah, well, you have to prepare them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the playtest
You'll have to
ranger is
make the
prepared
choice either way.
caster.
You have to make the choices daily instead of once.
That's true.
Well, I just realized I counted my spell usage wrong, so I had one more level 2 slot.
Nice.
Neat.
Should be good for more beast summoning or something.
Stinking Cloud is pretty good. Although, I don't know
I
if...
had marked the beast sense I used earlier today, but that's actually free with
What's
the.
that say about
class.
stink?
Yeah, I don't think I want to be the fart.
You could
Does.
you could reflavor the
Fart.
Stink Cloud into something else.
No, it's
Sparkle
fine.
cloud.
I don't think I'm gonna be the fart part.
What about it? It's a perfume so strong and pungent that it like distracts the enemies.
Or just instead of coughing and choking, maybe it's like singing and dancing. It's like a psychic attack.
Otto's irresistible dance.
Yeah, Tasha's irresistible rage. You just headbang.
Sounds pretty metal.
More pentakill than anything.
Thanks for making the decision harder, everybody. This is
Sorry.
Great.
Yeah, good.
I had decided, and now I'm undecided.
Undecided.com. Yeah, we're
It
getting
just
to
does
you in a
that every
minute.
once in a while.
Yeah.
It does that.
Sound of good mead going up in flames.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
just-
want to rescue it now.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
Grundle's dad,
Yes.
quote unquote, is dead.
Michael Bay explosions on the meadery.
Okay.
Like any of us expected Icewind Dale to turn into Godzilla.
Well, it's Metal Godzilla.
Even better. Where's our giant
Yeah.
monkey?
Nobody has cast Conjure Animals yet.
I'm working on it. I don't have third level yet. That one doesn't even have a material component.
Wow, I'm just like reading the rules for this dragon, and it's funny.
Scale
Oh.
1 to 5.
Yeah.
That sounds.
that.
That sounds
Yeah,
like the opposite
immune
of
to
fun.
non-magical damage.
When the dragon reaches East Haven, it does like it goes through the first two towns and it doesn't get harmed or anything. Then it gets to East Haven and it says, "Oh, this is where it faces its first real challenge. The attack on East Haven reduces the dragon's hit points by 10."
Wow.
Wow.
Brutal.
Out of a million.
Single crossbow bolt.
If it succeeds in
Hard.
destroying East Haven, 250 people, 1/3 of the population, dies.
Oh, that's unfortunate, huh?
Baby.
That's fun.
Ooh, real shame that.
There's still innocent people who live in that creepy fucking sacrifice town.
Dugan's Hole, on the other hand, is a normal town. Normal people.
Yeah, and they got hit first, son of a bitches.
Dugan's burning butthole.
Dugan's hole had too much ghost pepper. Why can't it be a nice dragon?
Ice Dragon? Yeah, I
A
can do
nice
that.
dragon.
The biggest one you got.
So how are we doing?
Oh, I'm all set.
Oh,
Gucci.
I thought we were
Yeah, I think
waiting.
we're good now.
Ready.
Fuck,
I'm
it's
ready.
up to-
I'm ready.
We can at least see the
I'm
chaos.
gonna attack.
Yeah?
I don't know why, but this map is not seeming to do it.
Hey
That's
guys,
fine.
why don't we let it get a little bit closer to town? Just like a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah, we need to get close to the towns to save them, so.
Perhaps the guard will put up a better fight if we're there. Perhaps we should go there and raise the alarm.
If we can get there before then, we can at least warn everybody.
Yes, perhaps they'll have some defenders that could.
People who can't fight can maybe flee.
Yeah. That's,
I mean, It's do or die. We have to go as fast as we possibly can to
Yeah.
get there. When we get there, we'll find out if it was fast enough.
Yeah, Sole.
This is so stressful.
We've been circling around waiting for Vilma to pick spells for an hour.
Now,
No,
I could
this is
make
great
a
thematically.
stink cloud, but it could be a different kind of stink cloud.
Venric is just balling up with this like anxiety and pressure of like I need to protect people. Now he just glows a little blue whenever like the aura of protection's like really prominent.
I'm gonna protect.
I wanna go help the people in Dugan's Hole.
Well,
Might be
unfortunately, we need to kill
more
that thing
pressing.
first, and then we can go straight to your home. How about that?
I miss Rex.
Okay.
Alright, as you guys are flying, you can see the dragon already in East Haven, wreaking a bit of havoc. It is blasting away as you approach. The sleds start to descend. The fly magic was sort of short-lived. Your travel did take about an hour, but it greatly improved your travel time across Icewind Dale, and eventually make it to East Haven. The town has several fires on it. The dragon is like leaping up into the air, flapping its wings for a little bit, and with a little jet hop from its rear jets, it then blasts a line of radiance straight ripping through the towns. People are running and screaming for their lives, while the militia are mostly futilely throwing javelins and shooting longbows up at the thing. Only a few ballista shots are like getting through its tough Chardelin armor.
Real Skyrim in here.
It is bad in here. You arrive back in the familiar town of East Haven.
Oh god.
I have no memory of this place.
Been here before. This is exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, sure.
The dragon is not really paying direct attention to you, although you guys feel a strange presence as you get close. This massive Chardelin almost warping the reality beyond it and around it. Have you guys each make a wisdom save.
There's a fear effect?
Is everybody near me?
As this presence takes hold, you all crowd near Vendrick for assistance.
Warmth.
I pray. You're being
Oh,
blessed
jeez.
with through the warmth
What's
of
the saving throw?
fire.
Wisdom?
This looks like a. This looks like.
-4 wisdom, go! How big is what's Fenric's aura do? 3?
+2.
Okay. I got 12. Unless this is a fear effect, then I have advantage.
Okay.
It is not. It is a charm effect, if that helps
Curse.
anybody.
Oh,
Chris, is
that
this a
helps me.
literal Icewind Dale map?
Yes,
I
this is
joked
literally.
about it, guys.
This is
I was
literally.
just gonna say, this looks like the Icewind Dale video game.
This is the Icewind Dale video game version of East Haven.
Nice.
Well, Venric seems to be taking the brunt of this.
I can give myself inspiration. Is that it? Well, did I use before?
You,
No, I didn't
you
use before.
did.
you
I
straight
did.
up
I
used
I
it.
did. Yes. Never mind.
Gnome charm resistance?
Alright,
I think we all died.
Hold on.
Fucker died.
Oops. We just died.
what am I holding
I get
up for?
15.
I was looking to see if I had some gnomish thing that gives me like advantage on certain saves.
Yeah, against magic.
Well, to charms and.
Yeah, it's usually charms.
Something specific like that,
Yeah, no,
I
Gnome
just-
Cunning. You have advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic. So if it is magic,
It is a type of magical effect. I will say
Okay.
that. And also, Vilma, I did see your counter charm. I read through it. This does, in fact, get affected by a counter charm. So it does
Sure,
take.
as soon as I recognize what's happening, I can try.
Yeah, since you're up slow in your approach, you are able to counter charm in time, even though it normally takes an action.
A weird
So
ability.
everybody-
That should be a reaction.
Everybody has, yeah, a lot of the stuff in the part should be reaction. Anyway, everybody gains
Wait, that's-
advantage on this effect, and gains Venrix +2. Fenric, is your +2 already applied?
I don't apply +2 to myself.
Yes, you do.
Do I? I thought it was just everybody else.
It's everybody.
It's everybody.
Stacks.
That's why Dan
You
is
just roll
impossible
again.
to kill in the other game.
Whenever you
why
or
you
a friendly
max
creature.
those.
Okay.
Alright, so Harrison succeeded. Well, Nephros
Mine's
succeeded.
technically not applied.
Right.
Yours is a 14, which does
14.
not succeed, Venric.
Okay.
Grundle's cannot be helped, I'm afraid.
Down to 24. I took all the
Vilma's,
big number.
Vilma's is a success thanks to Venric, and Suvi naturally succeeded with a crit.
It was a 15. Fuck.
It was a DC 16.
Oh.
That's
Right,
pretty high.
those of you who did succeed, which is everyone but Venric and Grundle, you guys are immune to this effect for a while. 24 hours that while.
So that's good.
I will
Just looking at it is like it's worming into your brain.
put a little charmy.
Joke's on you, Dragon. I've already got all sorts of brain worms.
I'm used to
Join the
brainworms at
Brainworm
this
Club.
point. Oh, I forgot Jeeves. Jeeves.
Oh no, Grundle's suffering from heartbreak.
+3. Disadvantage. Okay, Jeeves is fine. That's nice for Jeeves.
Good Jeeves. I'm proud of you.
Good. I'm happy for Jeeves.
That's nice. Oh, thank you,
I have
everyone.
applied the
Jolly
-4
good.
to all my shit.
Venric, are you okay?
Huh?
Venric?
No. I don't think I'm ready for this.
Henrik, you okay?
Alright,
Ugh.
Venric and Grundle, you are affected by the Chartland Dragon's malevolent presence. As it turns towards you, you see like an almost shimmer in its eyes, a almost glistening, beautiful presence that you can feel.
Kind of hot.
It's kind of hot. It's chiding you to betray your allies and your closest friends. Feel this tug.
I said
Venric,
I
you
was the
felt it
barbarian.
before. It's the Chartland reaching out to you, and the presence, unmistakably, of Asmodeus himself. You guys are charmed by him, and you get a new save each turn.
Good. I will keep track of that with Fox form. So he just turns into, you know,
Or the
his
heart on
hybrid
your
form.
character. Or something.
Well, so you know visually.
During the dragon's turns, you will attack whoever the Chartland dragon wants to.
Love it.
Yay.
I don't have any spell slots though, so at least it's not that.
The Chartland dragon catches a grip on Venric, someone who it's felt before, and it sees you all. You can hear a chilling voice inside all of your heads.
You what, mate?
It's you. I remember. This time, I have claws to deal with you. And I think that's where we're probably going to pick it up next time.
So Grundle and I are both just gonna attack whomever it fucking tells
Whoever
us
is
to.
the object of the Chartland Dragon's concentration. Alright, well,
That's
thanks
a good
everybody
mechanic.
that came out to watch. Next time we will see the true wrath of the Chartland Dragon.
Got brought back to life for this?
I should have stayed dead! Thanks all for watching. We'll be here every Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch the Dork Vision stream on Sundays from 9 p.m. to midnight, again Eastern Time. I have books on Drive Through RPG and the DMs Guild. You can also support me on Patreon/But let's see if there's anybody to raid. So if you want to stick around for the raid, do so. In the meantime, don't go looking into weird crystals, and for God's sake, don't pick up the gauntlet. Good night, everyone.
What's wrong with the gut? Wait.
What's wrong with the gauntlet?